Hello, you're listening to a Talk Spirit Anime Cast. My name is Andrew, and I'm joined here with Chris.
Yo.
Today's episode is our Fall 2025 anime season preview. We're going to go through all the shows of the Fall 2025 anime season, give you an idea what the title is, what the synopsis is, a little bit about the show itself, and hopefully, if I'm not too lazy, you'll get screenshots on the screen if you're watching the video version. But it all depends on if I'm being lazy or not. Probably will be there, but we'll see. But Chris, are you ready for a fantastic fall?
No.
It's actually a very chill fall, and I'm extremely excited for that because summer was hell. Summer was hell, so I need a break. I was telling a lot of people on my live stream and stuff, I'm like, I'm really happy that fall is a calm season because then I can take a break before winter looks like it's crazy already again. But it's the worst time for a YouTuber and a content creator to have a break because that's like the highest revenue apparently. I don't know. I've never felt that. But apparently all the big content creators get a lot of money during that time. I don't know. I never really experienced it. But I'm happy for a break. I want a breather. And it looks like this could be it. Because I think we only have I think there's 65, 66 shows. Like what I would call anime shows. There's tons more. And they're donghwas and stuff like that. But it's like pure what I see anime. It's 65. Which last season was, what was it? 80 plus?
What is it?
I think it was, but it was more than that. It was 80 plus, but a big chunk of it was I want to watch this coming season. There's some good stuff in there. There's some sprinkle of some really good stuff in here. We're going to get into all that stuff as we go through it. As per usual, let's kind of give you hints of what's in the season, and you can go, oh, that sounds really interesting to me. I've already done my top 10 most anticipated. Definitely go check that out if you want an easier condensed version. But this is for everybody else that wants a full breakdown and everything. Hopefully we can make it entertaining. I'll try to do some cool voicing for the synopsis just to make it more fun. I will mispronounce things. I don't do as bad as I used to, but I still mispronounce things. And then Chris can watch the PVs and go, oh, that's cute. Okay. Anyways, as per usual, we're at talkspirit.com. That's where all of our links are, social media links, ways to get a hold of us, way to support us. We greatly appreciate everybody's sports channel. But with that said, we should just jump right into it because I don't even know how much time you have today. He came here early. That's why I'm probably less tired than I usually am. Anyways, we'll start things off with the new season. As per usual, all this stuff is subject to change. I've already seen 2 shows get delayed, the 1 HP show, fantasy show, that got delayed. The Witch Hat Atelier, that got delayed. That one was, I want that so bad. But Bug Films. Remember Bug Films? Zom 100?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that whole Zom 100 situation where they kept delaying? That's that studio. So apparently whatever problems that Bug Films is not fixed. And thankfully, at least with Witch Hat Atelier, they just delay the whole show. So everything's subject to change. This stuff can be delayed. Some stuff can get pulled forward. Titles can be changed. They already changed Vampire Chans Can't Suck Properly to something else, which we'll get into in a minute. But let's get into it. First things first. My friend's little sister has it in for me. Or tomodachi no imoto ga ore ni dake uzai. This one is, if a girl teases you, that means she likes you. Unfortunately, Akiteru knows from experience that isn't the case, because every girl he interacts with shows him nothing but scorn, and he's not scored a single date from it. Luckily, he's more concerned with securing a spot for himself and his game development buddies at his uncle's business. But when his uncle throws a condition at him that involves playing the part of his daughter's boyfriend, Akiteru has no choice but to take it. What will his best friend's sister, Iroha, who bullies him relentlessly, think of the news? She'll probably get doki doki. I already know where this is going. He's getting involved with some girl, and this girl that he thinks hates his guts actually likes him, and suddenly she's like, oh, somebody else has taken him away. Studio is Studio Blade, Sources of Light novel, comedy, romance, slice of life. Director worked on Rent a Girlfriend, Magic Maker, and See You at the Food Court. Series composition writer is Toko Machida, which has done a lot of really great works. And the original creator, this is something that I actually missed when I did my top 10 most anticipated. This is the only thing that has me remotely interested in the show. The original creator is Ghost Mikawa, who of course is the creator of Days with My Stepsister. I love Days with My Stepsister, and so I'm like, but I don't, It's just, I don't, yeah, like the premise, the PV doesn't look that great. Unfortunately, I think there's an element this creator just does not get very good studios. Like, it doesn't look bad, but it's not a great looking show.
I think the character artwork looks good, but that's about it.
It's got good character artwork. I don't know, they kind of look samey. I mean, it's got some cute shots, but they're kind of in that realm where the shots are, they just mouth flaps. It looks kind of good detail, but just mouth flaps. There's a couple of good animations in there, but I don't know. Like I said before, I was actually very curious why this was so high, because on Mal, this is legit the highest, like, memberships new show. Obviously, the returning shows have the highest memberships. This is the highest memberships for a new show. And I'm like, why is a rom-com the highest, most anticipated? I was talking about this in my live stream. It is interesting to see that with at least the last 2 seasons, the most anticipated new shows are like rom-coms. Like last season, it was not rom-coms, romance, but rom-coms as well. But like last season, a lot of the rom-coms were up the high. Like there was Dress Up Darling stuff was up there high. But then like Fragrant Flower Blooms was the romance. That was the highest, most anticipated new show. It was above Gacha at the start. And I think it came down because of Netflix's delay of it. And Gacha finally went above it. But this season, again, this is a rom-com that's the number one. And then behind that one's another rom-com type of show. And there's a romance show after that. Like, is at least the audience on Mal is changing, I feel like. It's getting away from shonens and it's getting more towards this other stuff, which is a good sign, I think. Anyways, getting back to the show.
So you don't think that there's any kind of rumbling about whether or not it's a solid story?
This one specifically? Well, I'm assuming the reason why it's so high is probably because it's, again, the creator of Days My Stepsister. Because Days My Stepsister had a strong fandom behind it. And so my expectation is that with how much a lot of groups of people really love Days My Stepsister, and then they found out this is from that creator, maybe that stirred up some groups, and they went, oh crap, this show, hey guys, so you know this is the same creator, and then everybody's going over there and going, oh yeah, I'm definitely adding that to my list. That's my expectation there. Or it could just be that they think the characters are cute. I don't know. I don't know though. It's like I'm still not like super hyped for it just because it's Ghost. Just because I don't know him as a comedy writer. I know him as a drama writer, and he's incredible. Again, Days of My Stepsister was an incredible show. But I don't know him as comedy romance. So it's like that's not a really good jumping point for me, other than the fact that he's... If there's any drama beats, this will be good. I guess that's the key thing there. I just don't know if the comedy will be good. It looks very... Oh, there's a tsundere character that suddenly likes him because there's a quiet, chick that's now having to be his girlfriend. And he's stuck in the middle and thinks all the girls hate his guts, but they don't hate him. We'll see. He's very good at... I mean, Days of My Stepsister, he was really, really good at breaking a trope. Maybe they'll break a trope here or two. Maybe he'll break a trope or two in this one. We'll see. You excited for it, though?
Interesting.
Chris grunts. Chris grunts a approval question mark. All right, let's move on to a funny one. This has got a funny concept. May I ask for one final thing, or saigo ni hitotsu dake onegai shite mo yoroshii desho ka? Engagement broken off at a ball. It was supposed to be a cliche scene condemning a villainess. In the middle of a ball, second Prince Kyle unreasonably announces that he is canceling his engagement to Scarlet, a duke's daughter. Furthermore, he announces that he has a new fiancée. And can't they just like separate the two? Like, can you not make it so obvious and actually just break off the engagement here and then do that over here? That way it doesn't look like you're an absolute scumbag that's already doing it here. Anyways, Scarlet had endured years of torment from Kyle ever since they were young, all for the sake of their engagement. But she couldn't hold back no longer. This is my final request. May I send this stupid flying? The fair Duchess, Scarlet, clenches her fist and dances. Leading Films is a studio.
Love it.
Light novels a source. Action, comedy, drama, fantasy, romance. Director worked on Kaginato and She and Her Cat. Everything Flows. Yeah, I got a kick out of that.
I'm gonna have to try to remember to check this one out. Looks like a standard battler, but yeah, the concept of that it's the villainous, just love it. I absolutely love this concept.
Yeah, I was kind of curious why it had the action genre, but apparently having her involved in some sort of conflict. But yeah, I got a kick out of that. Starting it out with the usual. Oh, look, you're terrible. Get out of here. Okay, can I punch her? Can I punch this chick? Obviously, probably having the new fiance being some conniving bee, and she's just like, can I punch her? Punching all the other dukes and stuff. I don't know. It's like one of those cases where that's a funny punchline at the very beginning there, but do I really care about anything else? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't really have... I have a little bit of a villainous fatigue. As much as I've really enjoyed them for the longest time, I'm feeling a little bit of that fatigue. But I'm always willing to give them a shot. We'll see. May I ask for one final thing? All right, here's one that's like up there as like a... Ooh, this actually looks kind of interesting. Not quite 100% sure, but we'll see. Is this monster wants to eat me? Or watashi wo tabetai. Hito tenashi. I've come to eat you. So softly mutters, so softly utters the mermaid Shiori as she emerges from the sea and takes high school girl Hinako by the hand. Hinako lives alone in a town by the sea and possesses an unusually delicious body that is irresistible to nearby monsters. To ensure that she matures to the best condition, Shiori seeks to protect Hinako, all so that one day she could devour every piece of her. What will become of Hinako's feelings as this looming unjust death closes in on her? Studio is Studio Lings. I don't think I've ever heard of Studio Lings before. Sources of manga. Genres are drama, horror, psychological, romance, supernatural. Series composition writer did Days of My Stepsister and Eden Zero. So, what do you think about Yuri monster eating show, Chris?
It looks like one of those. Yeah.
Yuri with actual eating, Chris.
I don't know. The concept seems kind of weak to me.
Damn.
We've done this about a million times as far as like vampires and stuff like that. Okay, so it's a mermaid this time.
But the idea of like not protecting something in order to consume it later,
yeah.
That concept. I mean, was it the vampire one here a couple seasons ago? I don't really recall anything else other than that one. I mean, there's other ones, but
I mean, maybe it's doing something different. I mean, we could probably give it a shot on that aspect, but it sounds pretty much the same as the vampire stuff.
Original source material's got like a 7.8, so not bad. Yeah, this is one that I think the concept there is okay. The thing that's kind of gripping me the most is the fact that it's psychologicals. It's got horror and psychologicals as genres, and typically with a lot of these types of stories, it's usually like, yeah, it's the main character is being pursued by somebody else that wants to protect them because they want to consume them themselves, and then it kind of turns into after a while doki doki. Like you realize at some point the monster likes them, so they love each other. But the thing that's kind of gripping me is that it's got this sense that there is other ones coming after her, and the PV kind of gives me a hint that it feels like it could be like her friends and whatnot could be monsters in disguise coming after her. And so there's going to be like this horrific aspect to it where she thought she had friends and they end up being enemies that are coming after her, and it just turns into a bloodbath that's happening around her and what kind of effects that can have on her. That's the stuff that's kind of intriguing me a little bit, how dark that stuff will be. But it's got its hooks in me, and I've heard a lot of people praising this, so I'm on board. I'm on board just for some dark Yuri, some bloody dark Yuri. I'm so feeling the redhead's gonna probably be a big monster, and she's dead. I mean, it's got the whole like burning picture thing. That looks like Ilya. It's like a random shot that looks like Ilya. Like random Ilya reference in the show or shot. Anyways, this monster wants to eat me. Definitely up in my most anticipated of the season coming up. My status as a assassin is obviously exceeds the heroes or anatsatsu de aru ore no status ga yusha yori mo akiraki ni suyo no da ga. My gosh, hold on, I was reading the title. It's extremely long before I get you your trailer. Let's see, when Akira Oda and his high school classmates are summoned to another world. While the other students are granted cheat abilities through the summoning, Akira merely gains the ability of a mediocre assassin. However, his status soon surpasses hero, the strongest profession, after Akira becomes suspicious of the king who's behind the summoning. He is falsely framed for a crime and forced to flee. Aww, poor guy got summoned to another world with the most weakest ability, but turns out to be extremely OP, and he gets ostracized by everybody, and so he has to get a bunch of waifus to follow him around and take on the world. Sunrise is the studio that's working on this one, though.
He can't be that one because he didn't have a shield.
No, that's not. I'm not even thinking about shield here. I'm thinking about like all the other ones where it's like the weakest skill and they're like super OP.
Yeah, that's like what he had. That's what he had.
Everybody's got the what was it? What was the joke that you had? The observing skill, analyzing skill. It's always the most weakest, but actually OP.
ID or identifier or something like that.
Yeah, appraisal skills. Source of the light novel genres are action, adventure, fantasy. Director worked on Fafner and Breakblade. Poor guy. Poor guy. I mean, this actually looks good. It's got good shading. The show has good shading. All the action scenes don't look great, though. Hopefully Sunrise does something good with this. Sunrise is not always known for, like, insane quality, but they can budget things properly, I guess, is the best way to put it.
He's a dark hero.
I don't know. The elf looks cute, but I have zero anticipation for this one. To Chris's point earlier, this is like literally, it feels like 3 of these a season where the guy has weak skill, but he's actually OP, and then gets waifus because everybody hates him.
I mean, I'll give it a shot. I like these types of fantasy shows, so I give it a shot.
All right, like
the more I'm the worstest ever. I have no powers. The better.
My status as assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. Obviously, I like how it's like this. Obviously. All right, let's get this one out of the way. I don't even know why I have this in the list. It's not even anime. It's just not even anime, Disney. But it's Disney Twisted-Wonderland, the animation, an anime adaptation of the game with the same name, being done by Yumeta Company and Graphinica. Sources, like I said, a video game, adventure, fantasy. I don't even have a synopsis for this. That's great. But it's a bunch of pretty boys, and I think it's supposed to be like their... I don't know what Twisted Wonderland is, by the way. If it's shocking to anybody. I think they're all supposed to be different villains from the Disney franchises, but they're all hot dudes. I'm guessing. I think it shows a bunch of them. I think they're classified as like this is this. Maybe not. I don't know. Do you know what this franchise is?
No, I've never heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. I guess that's the best way to put it. I've heard of it, but oh, this Pretty Boys. I don't care. It's got one though. Go watch it.
I might end up accidentally watching this. Truth be told,
it's on Disney Plus, Chris. Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to stumble upon.
I have a feeling that somebody's gonna drag me into watching it.
Do you have a Disney Plus account?
Yes.
Yeah, featuring Disney villains in new forms. Yeah, so I was right. They got Jafar. You got what's his name? Scar. Mm-hmm. My favorite movie of all time. My favorite Disney movie of all time. I'm forgetting his name. Yeah, you got all of them in here. Yeah, okay. So I was right.
That's the Queen of Hearts, Hades, Ursula.
Yeah, Ursula, thank you.
Maleficent, Jafar.
I have decided
The only
at this
one that I
point in my
don't know off
life-
the top of my head is that one.
Which one? The bottom right?
The one off to the side of Jafar. I already know Maleficent.
this
I don't know
one.
that one.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's Hades, Queen of Hearts, Scar.
I know all the rest of them. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. So yeah. Anyway, so you watch that one?
No,
you'll
I'll probably end up watching it.
Don't do it, Chris. Don't do it. Watch Takapi's Original Sin. Did you get that yet? Did you get to that one yet? Mm-mm. Oh damn! Don't forget you have.
I did the Nukatashi like you had told me to.
Don't do that. I said that argument don't work no more. You got 3 more months, right? 3 more months. You can do it in 3 months.
I would think 4 months.
You could do it in 3 months. Well, yeah, technically 4 if we late in January, I guess. Yeah, you could do that.
Did you not tell me to do Nukatashi?
No, I said you'll really love Nukatashi, but you have to watch Takapi before then.
All right.
But again, that argument don't work. I don't like that whole like, oh, because you said this, I can't do anything else.
No,
that don't work no more. But I did say that you would really love Nukatashi. It's really funny. You watching it so far?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Last episode was great. Anyway, we're talking fall. SANDA. We'll talk about those next podcast. SANDA is our next one. The story starts with SANDA, a second-year middle school student, getting attacked with a kitchen knife by his classmate Fuyumura. While SANDA couldn't make sense of the situation at first, he gradually came to believe that Fuyumura's actions were just a means stemming from the latter having a peculiar puberty phase. Yeah, usually when somebody comes at you with a kitchen knife, it's got me puberty. Damn, that puberty sucks. But that is all misunderstanding. Fuyumura actually suspects that SANDA is the descendant of a certain lineage. Santa Claus? Naked Santa Claus? Anyways. Science Saro is working on this one. Source is a manga. Genres are drama, mystery. The director worked on Yurideko. Gross. Series composition writer worked on Ranma 1/2, the new one, and Astronauts and Eternal Boys. And the original creator, this is going to be weird. Who do you suspect is the original creator of this one?
I haven't the slightest.
I get like a sense of something like, I don't know, Undead, Unluck or something like that. Probably because of the art style.
Possibly.
But like,
I mean,
like
the
a
artwork,
Battle Shonen or something like that.
The artwork is freaking. I actually kind of like it, but I don't know that the concept so far doesn't seem all that interesting.
Yeah, that's a big hole up there. It's like, oh, he's descendant, so they're gonna fight each other, right? Because descendants, and they have this hatred for each other, assassins or something like that. The creator of Beastars.
Really?
Paru Itagaki is the original creator of Beastars, is the creator of this one. Trying something new, I guess. I like that. I like that idea of trying something new. They want to try something new. Yeah, I think that's the big key thing. I mean, the PV looks absurd, but I would admit that it's got that, Science Saru, like, crazy flair to it. They're just doing creative stuff with it, which is always great. It looks like it's got some really great action scenes in it. The concept, I don't care. Again, like, guy that's descendant of what seems like naked Santa Claus that likes to punch people. And, again, they're going to probably have a bunch of people show up to try to beat him up, and he's going to keep beating him up. But the fact that the creator's Beastars, I'm like, okay, that's where I can't ignore it anymore. I really love this creator and their insane creativity, but will that translate to this, or is this where he's like, I want to chill and make some shonen battler? Like, it doesn't mean that everything he touches is going to be gold, I guess is the best way to put it. Hopefully, I made this joke before, hopefully, and I guess it's probably not going to be the case because it's Science Saru, and Science Saru just does a bunch of different stuff. Hopefully, they won't have the same problems with Science Saru that they have with a certain other studio that couldn't finish Beastars within a decade. You know, like just getting sidetracked all the time and not finishing your damn adaptation. Watch we get the full adaptation of SANDA before we get the finishing of Beastars. That would be the ultimate insult. Oh, I don't know. I'm hyped for it just because of the creator, but I also realize this could be one of those ones where I'm like, yeah, this isn't working for me. It's fun, but it's not working for me kind of thing.
Well, we'll get in trouble for saying that because Science Saru is always gold.
Yeah. I'm not gonna touch that. I've already had that enough. I already had enough heat for my takes on certain shows. Let's go to talk about Sung Jun-woo getting into dancing. We want to see solo dancing, soul leveling dancing. WanDance. Kaboku Kotani is starting high school, and he plans to do what he's always done: go along with his friends, keep quiet, and not draw too much attention to himself. After all, it's hard enough to get by with a stutter like his. Why make things worse by standing out from the crowd? But then he sees another first here. Hikari Wanda, dancing like no one is watching, or like she doesn't seem to care who sees her. It makes Kobaku wonder, could he reach that same freedom? To find his way to Wanda, he does something he never thought he could. He joins the dance club. After all, every routine begins with a single step, right? Join Kobaku and Wanda as they freestyle their way to life and love. I love that ending. Studio is Madhouse and Cyclone Graphics, ? Sources of manga, Drama Sports. Yeah. That's, I guess. The director, I think the only thing that I've seen in here that the director did that was interesting is they were director of photography at Kizumonogatari, which is cool. There's a pretty good prominent position in a crazy freaking thing like Kizumonogatari. What are you thinking, Chris? You like that CGI dancing? Oh yeah, look at that CGI dancing. It looks actually AI-ish. No, that's not AI. It could have an AI filter on it.
That's the least of my problems with this show. I'm very, very mixed on the character artwork. I like it and I hate it at the same time. Mm-hmm. I mean, she looks beautiful face-wise, but body-wise, I don't. It might be the extended neck thing that you always get bothered by. Sometimes most of the time I can ignore it, but for whatever reason, it's just not working on this show.
It's a very Korean-like thing, isn't it?
I mean, it might be.
Yeah, that's CG. That's just CGI. I was thinking it might have had a filter on it for AI. I don't know. I'm with you. I think that she's cute, but she has kind of an offness about it. It's very unique, but just insanely big eyes that are kind of overly stretched to the sides of the face. Like it's like the eyes are literally touching her ears. Then you have like the contrast to him where it's just like insanely small eyes. It's a unique design to it. I don't know. The concept of the story sounds interesting. I am actually kind of interested in it just for the story alone. But
freestyle dancing could be interesting.
Yeah. It's going to come down to the drama, really. I don't really care about the dancing and stuff like that. It's just that's just the method for bringing him out of his shell is dancing. Getting him out of that hole he's in. Anyway, that's WanDance. I'm kind of.
She has lips.
All right, let's get into our next rom-com, which is Chitose is in the Ramune bottle. Chitose-kun wa Ramune bin no naka. Being popular isn't easy. It's hard to beat Saku Chitose. The most popular kid in his high school? Check. An ironclad reputation that can weather even vicious online attacks? Check. A group of friends as attractive on the outside as they are the inside? Check. But when a teacher asks him to help bring back a student who has been shut away in his room for months, Saku's perfect world will never be the same. What is this? Some kind of normie harem story? ? God, these synopses are so stupid. And I know most of them are from like, Viz and stuff. Whoever does the like source material that brings them over first. It's like whoever writes these, stop. Just stop. Studios feel source is a light novel, comedy, romance, the genres. And the series composition writer worked on Island and Art Club Has a Problem, so really good series composition writer. So confession, I put this in my top 10 most anticipated shows for the fall 2025 anime seasons. And why I did that was two reasons. I was down to like 4 options, and I'm like, between these ones. And I just, in the end, I kind of just chose it partly because the girls are freaking cute, dude. Like, the designs are chef kiss. I like them. Now, I will admit that they look very samey to a lot of other shows. Like, I could name, like, bottom tier character Tomazaki. It legit looks like... I thought it was the same character designer. And I looked it up, and apparently it's not. But this looks like they almost copy-paste from bottom tier comic. You have legit, like, the silver-haired, short-haired girl that's, like, very quiet, probably a bookworm. You have the Genki character. You have the shoulder-length girl that's probably, like, the smarty one, whatever. You got him. It's samey. It looks like it moves enough. It's not like overly animated, but at least they have a lot of polish to the shots. The other thing that has my interest is, truth be told, that synopsis is the worst thing I've ever read. Like, that is such a boring synopsis. The guy's perfect. He's so perfect. Everybody loves him. The PV is everybody loves him. Look at all the gorgeous girls that are all over him. So boring. That's fine if that's what you're looking for, by the way. I don't care. I watch a lot of them that are like that. It's just, nothing here goes, oh my gosh, check this out. The thing that I want and I hope is in there is that it says that he gets attacks online and then he has to go get some dude. And I'm assuming what's going to happen is probably that guy is one of the people that's bashing him online, somebody that hates him. And he's going to have to get this guy to come back. I hope that whatever he runs into with that guy breaks this. Which I don't think is going to happen because literally everybody in the PV loves him. It's not like anybody's mad at him in the PV. I don't see any conflict in the PV. But I hope something breaks his perfect world. That's what I'm hoping kind of happens. What I'm assuming is actually going to happen is that it's going to be one of those things where he proves to this guy that he's actually a cool dude. And that everybody loves him because they know that he's actually as cool as his perfect persona is. And he's just going to be a problem solver. And if that's the case, it's going to be very mixed on if I'm going to like it. It's going to probably come down to chemistry, if anything. I hope it's something good, but at the same time, I think it's going to be boring. The synopsis sucks, though. What do you think, Chris?
I mean, if I go with based what you're saying, I mean, I could see that being something kind of like what was the one where they were making the club of outsiders and they were fixing everybody's problems.
Club of Outsiders. Sounds familiar.
My comedy.
Team Romantic Comedy Snafu?
Yeah. Where he basically just goes around and like.
Well, he was a
normal slice of life, but he's going around just helping people's problems.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. At least it'll look good. I think in the end it'll look good. I have very little hope. At least the girls are going to be freaking cute as hell. They do have some really good look characters. Let's move on to my awkward senpai, Chris. Waifu of the season. The office waifu of the season, I guess is the best way to put it. My awkward senpai, Byukyo na senpai. Kanawa senpai is considered by many things, but smooth is definitely not one of them. Then she meets Kamigawa, her new kohai. He's cute, a little nerdy, and easy to talk to. How will this awkward senpai be able to handle these new feelings? Oh, so she's going full on Doki Doki at him. I didn't realize that. Studio's Ella. The source is a manga. The genres are comedy, romance, and the director worked on Acro Trip. Hopefully he has a better budget to work with on this one. Acro Trip was horrible looking. Hopefully they have a little bit more budget with this project. She is an awkward. There's that blush. Blush went completely tomato.
Over a bunch of business cards. It's great. I like it. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of the hook that has me. This is one of those the biggest problem that I have is like I love workplace environment comedies. Like Service X Service I think is like one of the pinnacles of like workplace romance comedy. I also loved part of Watakoi was technically that. Working's really great in that regard. But unfortunately with like a lot of them they just don't have legs. Like I get that initial like, oh, this is so funny and cute and everything in the first episode, and it's like after that it's like, okay, yeah, she's blushing because she dropped something again. Okay, what else? Hopefully this one's got some legs to it. She's got some legs. Hopefully this one has some legs to it. She definitely got that kind of cute saber look. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully. That's my Awkward Senpai. Let's get to a female OP fantasy show, I guess. Looks like a female lead fantasy show. A wild last boss appears. Yase no last boss ga arawarata. The year is 2800 and Lafas, Mafal, the Black-Winged Tyrant, Great Conqueror, and leader of the 12 heavenly stars, has returned. A man wakes up in a body of his MMO character 200 years after her defeat during a player-made event in the game, X-Gate Online. Now, he's stuck in her body. Okay, I thought it was going to be a female lead, but it's a dude stuck in a girl. Okay, we're doing that. Now he's stuck in her body, but this isn't a game. It's real. With her reign long over and her legacy one of fear, Lafas must journey through the world of X-Gate, looking for answers, possible comrades, and all the monsters' death unleashed upon the world. So it's like Overlord, but he's in a female body. It's like Overlord, but he's stuck in a female body. I mean, we don't know the gender of the body that the guy in Overlord's in. It could be a big skeleton chick.
Maybe.
Never know. What are you thinking, Chris?
I don't know. Maybe. It sounds interesting. I mean, gather up all the super warriors and go and take on something.
Yeah. Some of the designs are kind of off for me. It's unique, at least. I don't know. I'm not too impressed, but this is one of those ones where I can see it probably being a surprise for me. Like, go watch a couple episodes and then, oh yeah, this actually really works. It actually really works. We'll see though. A wild last boss appears. Last boss. Hero without a class. Who even needs skills? The show I think this has been delayed like 3 times at this point, I think. And our trailer that we get now is literally just him swinging a sword as a kid. Like, I think they legit just have, like, this one clip of his backstory of training, and they're just like, oh, let's just make that the PV. This is like, this feels like one scene as a flashback in the first episode. Look, we made him swing a sword. Hero without a class. Who even needs skills? Mushoku no eo batsu ni skill. Nanka, iranakata, ndaga. Sorry. Classes are given at the age of 10, and presence or absence of skills greatly affects life. Errol, the son of Sword Princess Farah and Magic King Leon, has been branded as classless. So not maidenless, he's just classless. Okay, I gotcha. But even without a job, I'm sorry, it was a stupid joke, but even without a job or skills, Errol believes he can persevere through effort. That's why he's swinging his sword at a tree. Anyways, Studio A-Cat, source light novel, action, adventure, comedy, fantasy. Exciting.
He's going to practice, and through sheer hard-headedness, he's going to become the most OP out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it. Could be fun.
It's like a, I don't know, fruit master, nut master, or parry everything, where he like spends like his entire young adult life swinging at trees.
Yep.
until eventually he masters a skill. And then
Well,
he's OP.
I don't know that he's going to master a skill. He's just going to become so freaking OP through sheer
Because
force
everybody
of will.
relies on their skills and he doesn't.
Maybe.
Maybe. I can see that. Yeah. It looks very rough. That's about all I can really say. PV is not giving me much confidence for the studio. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's Hero Without a Class. Hero Without a Class. Are you ready, Chris? We're finally getting the adaptation for one of the longest light novel titles ever. One of the longest light novel titles ever. We have... Okay, I'll give you what they actually decided to have the title as, then I'll give you what the actual title translation is. The actual title they chose in the end because they probably wanted to be able to fit it on one page on their website, Crunchyroll, I'm guessing. Oh no, this is High Dive, huh? High Dive. My gift, level 9999, unlimited gacha, backstab in backwater dungeon. I'm out for revenge. Now, the Japanese title is Shinji Tetai Nakamachi ni Dungeon Okuchi de Kurose Kaketa ga Gifto Mugen Gacha de level 9999 no Nakimachate. My gosh, I'm going to butcher the hell out of this one. Nakamatachi wo te ni irete motto party member to sekai ni fukushu, and they actually have an "and" in there. How do you say ando zama shimasu. Now the actual translation of that is backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. My trusted companions try to kill me, but thanks to the gift and an unlimited gacha, I got level 9999 friends, and I'm out for revenge on my former party members and the world. This is legit like this is where things I think get extremely stupid. Like where we legit have like the first paragraph of the novel is in the title. That's a paragraph. They somehow made it a single sentence, but that feels like a paragraph. So exciting.
Okay, so he's thrown away Hero.
Oh, I guess the synopsis. I'm sorry. Which I just basically did. When Light is kicked out of the concord of the tribes, his former comrades instantly turn on him. Light escapes from the diabolical act of betrayed by the skin of his teeth, only to find himself in the deepest part of the abyss, the most dangerous dungeon in the realm. To avoid being eaten by carnivorous monsters, he used the unlimited gacha. He stole his sole magical skill, but where it previously only produced junk items, this time Mei, a gorgeous level 999 fighter in a maid outfit, springs forward. Fast forward to 3 years, and Light has carved out his own kingdom in the backwater dungeon, summoning more beautiful level 999 warriors and swear absolute fealty to him. Now, with powerful level 999 overlord himself, Light plans to ascend to the surface and take revenge on some betrayers one by one. So he basically kept rolling the gacha until he got really OP characters. He was betrayed by his party members.
So he's a throwaway hero that basically decides that he's going to randomly start using his skill that he's never used before.
It says that he used it before, but all it gave him was junk items. So again, it's a gacha. So he's just rolling gacha over and over again with his skills. Like, I have gacha skill, gacha, and then like I don't know, a feather comes out and it falls on the ground, and he's probably been doing that his entire life, but nothing comes out but garbage. And then finally, level 99 girl comes out.
And now he's getting all kinds of 999.
And yeah, apparently he's been spinning down in the dungeon, what did it say, like 3 years, apparently gachaing over and over again. I'm guessing it costs him nothing to roll the gacha.
Well, he's got unlimited gacha, so.
It did say that, yes.
I don't know. I'll give it a shot. Excuse for a harem.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'll watch it, but I don't have zero expectation on that one. Zero. That like my gacha luck is zero. I have zero. Here's one I'm excited for, Chris. This is one of my list, and you're probably going to be on your list too. We have a Heron-san's little daughter went to school. apparently. The inexpressive Kashiwada and expressive Oota. Kao ni denai Kashiwada-san to ka ni deru Otakun. Meet Kashiwada-san, a female middle school student who remains emotionless regardless of how she's meddled with. And Otakun, unable to control his facial expression, is the complete opposite of Kashiwada-san, but he keeps messing with her against his better judgment? ? Though both of them are the exact opposite, will a mutual love eventually develop between them? Studio is Poland. Sources of manga genres are comedy, romance, slice of life. The director worked on Night of a Living Kato, which isn't very promising. Series composition writer is Machiko Yokote, so that's good. What do you think of Aheron-san's daughter? Is she pretty cute? She kind of grew up pretty cute.
She is kind of cute. Dude is all over the place, so I guess in this kind of weird way, he's kind of cute too, but yeah.
Otakun is pretty cute. Oh, Otakun's very cute. Now, I was getting like yes, the Aheron-san thing is there. But there's like another side of me that's like, I get a sense of something like Teasing Master Takagi-san.
Yeah.
Like, Takagi-san, man. Like, he's just constantly trying to get her, and it keeps blowing up in his face. I don't know. The only thing I have a fear of here is I'm afraid of the guy getting annoying after a while. Like, he's going to be constantly super fluster mode, and I'm like, I hope he doesn't get annoying. But I'm hoping that it just kind of is well balanced by the fact that it seems like they're going to be progressing their chemistry quickly. Because he wants to get something out of her, and she's going to be liking him because of it. It seems like she likes that. It looks cute. They have like a filter to throw on his face to make it as bright as possible whenever it happens. Every time he does something, put the red filter on. That was cute. Look at Naruto. She did a Naruto run.
Yep.
She's doing the Naruto run. I don't know. I'm excited for that one. Expressive Kashiwada and expressive Oota. Let's go on to, I was reincarnated as a spirit daughter, I guess. Spirit daughter isekai is our next genre of isekais coming out. Reincarnated as the daughter of the legendary hero and queen of spirits. Chichi wa Eiyu, haha wa Sere, Musume no watashi wa tensai sha. I became a spirit of elements when I reincarnated. Ellen is a young girl reincarnated from modern-day Japan as a half-spirit. Her father, Revel, is the legendary hero who saved the kingdom, and her mother is Origin, is a primordial queen and ruler of the spirits. Furthermore, she herself has the overpowered ability to manipulate the elements while looking absolutely adorable. This perfect little girl will fall back on her past life's knowledge and the power of the spirits to protect her family. Isekai'd as a cute spirit daughteru, I will protect my family from the evil other kingdoms, I'm guessing.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it looks alright. She definitely got a cute design to it. I don't know. It just seems like the whole, like, here's the evil ruling kingdom that's going to keep messing with the family. Probably they want to exploit the hero or the spirits, and so she has to kind of help out. It looks alright.
She's going to be a fluffy paradise girl.
That's actually a very fitting thing, because I can see it being one of those ones where she's super cute, but then it gets like super serious at some point, because that's what Fluffy Paradise did at some point. Like, it's got like super serious at some point. Not thinking it's going to be very high budget, that's for sure. JC Staff's working on it. They're kind of hit and miss. Fantasy romance. It's going to have romance in it. Probably their parents. It's probably most of the parents. We'll see. Reincarnated as the daughter of a legendary hero and queen of spirits. Past the Monster Meat. I heard about this one being adapted a long time ago. Apparently this one's finally coming out. Past the Monster Meat, Milady. The show about the girl that likes to eat monster meats. She likes that monster meat. Past the Monster Meat, Milady. Akujiki Reijo to Kyoketsu Mao Shaku Sono Mamono Watashi ga oishiku itadakamasu. Itadakimasu. Like a proper noble lady, one must have certain acquired tastes. For, my gosh, Melfiera Marshall. She just happens to crave a rather exotic protein. Monsters! But do not judge. Despite its bad reputation, monster meat can be used in exquisite cuisine. And Melfiera is determined to change the kingdom's opinion of it. Unfortunately, since debuting in society, she has been struggling to find her perfect match until she meets the fearless, blood-mad Duke of Galbraith, I guess. Anyways. Studio is Asahi Production, light novels, the source, fantasy, romance. Serious composition writer work on Summer Pockets and Under Ninja. What do you think, Chris? What do you think about some blood, yummy meats from monsters?
I mean, it possibly. I mean, the concept has a possibility of being solid, but I don't know how much how far the legs will go.
I mean, it depends on what cut. I mean, if you can get a good monster leg,
yeah,
probably can go pretty darn far.
Yeah, I mean, I could assume that it'll taste a little bit gamey, but it could possibly be pretty tender depending on.
Well, it's not very gamey. It's a light novel. It's based off a light novel, so it's not that gamey. I don't really have much interested in this one. I think it's going to probably be one of those kind of oddities, girls in oddity, breaking past like the norms and people's judgments, and then having like all these doki doki hot dudes that will help her out with it. But I don't really have too much expectations for it. We'll see though. Past the monster meat lady. Next one. Oh, that's the otherworldly Munchkin. That one's apparently delayed. The Banished Court Magician. Oh, here, what, you ready for another Banished character story, Chris? You got another Banished character. This is what, our third one so far? I think it's only a second one, right? Second one that's Banished. We had the Gacha one and this one. I think it's only two. The Banished Court Magician aims to become the strongest Mikata ga Yawasugete Hojo Maho ni Teshitata Kyote Mahoshi Suiho Sarete Saikyo wo Mezashimasu. This party does not need a useless magician who can only use support magic. You're fired, Alec Hugut. One day, Alec, a court magician who has been chaperoning the Crown Prince's dungeon-crawling party, was suddenly fired and banished from the court by the prince. The only one who reached out to him is Yoroha, his former party member from the Academy of Magic Days that had split up 4 years ago. Hey, Alec, why don't you come explore dungeons with us? Thus, the legendary Lasting Period party has revived. The Lasting Period? Lasting Period? Anyways, that's a really weird name. And the name will soon become known all over the world once again. I'm guessing period as in from like the Academy, like the last period? A lasting period? I don't know. Or like it's a lasting period as in the period never, like you never have it into the sentence. So yeah, Gecko's doing it. Source is a light novel, adventure, fantasy, action. Serious composition writers worked on Your Forma and Shangri-La Frontier, and I think he's working on 4 different things this season. So, how many episodes until the dudes that kick him out regret it? It's always got to have that. Got to have the point where the person that kicks him out goes, "Damn it, why would we kick him out?" He's actually super great.
It looks like he's mad and he's knocking things over. So
yeah, he's gonna get it. He gonna eventually realize They got rid of the bestest dude ever. 'Cause he's super great. At least it looks okay. There's a couple of CGIs. There it is. Yeah, he's mad. He's mad.
Because he got beat up.
Either that or they're going to say, like, why is everything falling apart? You made a foolish decision by getting rid of him. No, I can do it without him. I never need him. I'm the thing that's important. Yeah. Shrug. Are you excited? The chick looks cute. I like the redhead. She looks cute.
I mean, I could give it a shot. I like I said, I like these kind of shows. They're fun. So
what type of
hopefully
shows? The Banished shows?
Well, just most of the fantasy type shows and it just encompasses a lot of those ones. So
yeah. There you go. Kick from the hero's party. I strike on my own and cool stuff happens. The banished court magician aims to become the strongest. This one's a dorky one. Yano-kun's Ordinary Days. The most accident-prone dude ever. Yano-kun no Futsu no Hibi. Yoshida is the chairman of the class, and she is always worried. Her biggest worry these days is Yano, who is in her class, comes to school every day with a serious injury. She can't take her eyes off Yano, who is injured in every way possible. She can't wait to help him. A love comedy about a boy who's covered in injuries and a girl who worries too much. Simple synopsis. Studio is Ajiado. Sources of manga. Genres are comedy, romance, slicing of life, and script composition writer worked on Dr. Elise, Unnamed Memory, and Tear Moon Empire. It's a good little mix there. Looks dorky. Kind of got the guy that's like every 2 seconds. I mean, he's got like a permanent eye patch. Probably because he's probably lost his eye at this point. This is stupid stuff. The funniest part that I felt like was at the very end, he like falls asleep in class and literally pokes his head with his pencil. Like he falling asleep in class will injure himself. He's like this, and then he just goes poke. It's kind of going that whole round where he's too precious, must be protected, and she's gonna fit that bill. He's got to protect his smile. I don't know. Kind of get a sense of like.
I think that would be a bad idea. Just stay away. Stay away. That boy is nothing but pain for you in the future.
This will end in tragedy.
This will end in tragedy.
It literally, like, every single band-aid on his face is actually branded. This is a tragic boyfriend scenario. They will die within 2 years. It looks cute.
It does look cute.
I do like the designs. He has a smile that must be protected. Yano-kun's Ordinary Days actually reminds me of was it Tanaka-kun is always listless? Is it Tanaka-kun? Was that his name? Something is listless. That reminds me of that. Wasn't he like a boy that like people are kind of drawn to, even though he's like super listless? Anyways, Digimon Beat Break. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Digimon Beat Break. New Digimon's coming, Chris. You ready for some digital monsters? Glitch the future.
I need to get caught up on this show before I go watching any more of it.
I don't think this one's predicated on the other ones. I think this is a new one.
Probably not.
That's why it's in my new area. E-Pulse, which is generated by human thought and emotion, was used as the energy source for the AI supportive device Sapotama. From the shadows of the remarkable development, terrifying monsters appear. Digimon are living beings that evolve by consuming E-Pulse. Tomoru Tenma is drawn into an extraordinary experience after meeting Gekkomon, who suddenly appears from his Sapotama. Sapotama. While living together with Kyo Sawashiro and other members of the bounty hunting team Golden Dawn, Tomoro renews his resolve. What new future will be forged by human and Digimon digital busters? Digimons are the champions or something like that. I forget what it is. Anyways. Toei Animation's, of course, working on it. Source is an original. Venture, fantasy, sci-fi, the genres. Director worked on One Piece Film Gold, Star Twinkle Precure. I might give it an episode, but I don't really think I'm going to watch this. I think I'm kind of... The Digimons and Pokemons, I kind of just don't really have a desire to check them out anymore. Even though, like Pokemon, like, I do really like the designs and stuff like in it, the art style, but just haven't had a feel to go back to it. You know, you can check it out?
Nah, probably not.
The first show to start airing this next season is our next one, Chris. This is the first one. I think this one's starting like in a couple days now. This is our one for the season where, like, for some reason they decide to air it like almost 2 weeks before anything else starts. It's the one that starts way too freaking early for some reason. Dusk Beyond the End of the World, or Towa no Yugure. The world is on the verge of changing from the old-fashioned society to a new world due to issues such as gender, race, and compliance, along with technological innovations such as evolving AI. Even in the world where black and white is now gray, we believe that love will always exist, but in myriad forms and not just between people. This includes love between human and robot and its unique expressions. The beauty that of these emotions will be shown sometimes beautifully, sometimes brutally, and sometimes comically. How long can that love last? When a robot outlives its human partner, can their love hope to endure? That is the most talkative synopsis that says absolutely nothing. I love how, like, that synopsis told me nothing besides that the world's evolving and things are not, like, lasting because they can't, like, adapt. But then, like, AI and stuff, and love and robots. BA Works is a studio. It's an original. The director and series composition writer that is working on it is the director that worked on Planetarian and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And this will be on High Dive. This is up at the top of my list of most anticipated. I think the PV looks great. The creator that's working on it, or at least the series composition writer, it seems like he's a pretty competent dude. I don't know that I'm gonna, like, set a bunch of expectations for the overall story, but at least the premise so far seems good. It seems to imply that he may have been in a cryo sleep and he comes back and his wife is dead, but now this robot seems to maybe possibly have her memories and really badly wants to get married to him. So you have, like, this way OP robot waifu that, like, is super pushy and blasts people. I wonder if there's other dudes in this world. Did you see other dudes? There's, like, a whole... No, there's dudes right there. I thought that he came to, like, a village of nothing but chicks. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's, like, the only dude left. That's why the robot wants to get with him. You're mine. You're the only dude left. He's probably the only good dude left. What do you think, Chris?
I don't know. It's an odd concept. The way it feels to me is that she... I mean, I didn't catch a cryo sleep thing. So, is that in the synopsis?
No, I just got a sense of it because it shows him, like, suddenly pop up right here, and it doesn't seem like he's really knowledgeable about what the hell's going on.
I was thinking more along the lines of one of those reincarnation type things.
I guess.
Like he just so happens to look a lot like her ex-lover. So I don't know. We'll see.
It just seems like he's so fish out of water. Like, so many shots, it seems like he has no clue what the hell's going on. Yeah, right here. Looks like he's just waking up for something. Yeah, and he's got no clothes right there. I'm thinking he was probably cryo-sleeped. I don't know, she looks super cute. She looks like she can definitely be like a 0-2 type of character. A little bit of goofiness to her. Look, the wall plant just takes out the freaking wall. Yeah, that one's good. If anything, like usual, PA Works, it'll at least look really, really gorgeous. So that's Dusk Beyond the End of the World. Let's move on to what's going to be easily the anime of the season. Easily anime of the season. Mutsuki from Blue Archive cannot suck properly. I'm joking. Vampire Chans can't suck properly, which I think the title on Crunchyroll is like Little Miss Vampire Can't Drink Blood Right or something like that. I forget what they chose for it. It's called Vampire Chans Can't Suck Properly. Chanto Suinai Cute Kitsuki-chan. Luna Ishikawa is a dark and mysterious vampire, or so she'd like her new classmates to believe. The truth is, while she may be one of the not-so-mythical bloodsuckers, she doesn't really live up to the hype. She's short and clumsy, and she can't even suck blood properly. So, when her classmate, Tatsuta Otori, discovers her little drinking problem, he can't help but lend a hand. Can he nurse Luna from a small, timid animal she is into a fearsome creature of the night? Studios feel, sources of manga, comedy, slice of life, supernatural. Director worked on Total Fantasy Knockout and Dungeon People. Series composition writer worked on Bang Dream and Magical Girl and Evil Lieutenant. Isn't she cute, Chris?
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't she cute, though?
Yeah.
Isn't she, like, super cute?
Mm-hmm.
Like little chibi nyam mode. His legs all dangling. Yeah, okay, dialing it back. Besides my, like, think that this girl legit looks like Mutsuki from Blue Archive just turned into a brat vampire. Besides how funny and cute it looks, there is a side that is like, yeah, I can see this kind of getting a little bit repetitive. What I'm hoping is that it kind of goes in the realms of something like Interview with Monster Girls, you know, the oddities of vampires and whatnot. Get into those kind of mythological things and goof around with them. It doesn't look like they're going to do like a lot of other series do, where they'll start bringing in other mythological creatures, because I haven't really seen any other ones that are like, oh yeah, that could possibly be a mermaid or something like that. It doesn't look like they're possibly going to keep to just her as a vampire and it being this thing that is present in the world. But I don't know. I do admit that it's like, I hope that there's some good stuff here besides, oh, she's really cute when she bites. Oh, she's so cute when she bites, and she has confidence problems. I'm assuming that's what's going to be. He's trying to help her gain the confidence as a vampire, but then she's too cute, and everybody thinks that she's super cute, but then she wants to be revered as a vampire, like, oh, fear me kind of thing, but she's too cute. Just nomming all the girls. But she's cute, though. She is cute, though. You gonna watch that one?
Yeah.
Is that up on your list? Is that like your number one most anticipated list?
Probably. At least one of the top ones.
Nom. All right, let's get into some furry stuff, Chris. Some furries. I know it's been a while since we had a true furry show. With you, our love will make it through. Or Kimi to koete koi ni naru. When high schooler Mari bumps into a fellow tardy student, she surprised to find out that he's a beast folk who's to attend her school. After all, it is not rare for beast folks to coexist alongside humans, but is still uncommon, with the prejudice and all. Nervous to meet one at first, Mari soon learns that there is more to him than his furry exterior. In fact, the more she gets to know him, the more she finds herself drawn to him. His steadfastness, his kind-heartedness, and his body. That is such a shoujo synopsis. His body. His furry body. His pecs underneath that fur are actually chiseled.
So is she a cat girl?
There is a cat girl.
There is a cat girl.
No, what I found funny is we were looking at all these previews on my live stream, and I was like, that voice sounds familiar. And somebody piped up before me, I think, as Edis. The save for Edis is the cat girl in this show. And I'm like, she got to become a cat girl. Edis got to become a cat girl. I was waiting for her to say, yeah. No, this, what I was getting a vibe of when I was watching this, I'm like, this is Chinatsu from Blue Box. And then I realized it's actually like about sports and stuff. Like, I think he plays basketball, and I'm like, it looks like a furry Blue Box. It's got kind of a Blue Box feel to it, like right here, the style. She just looks like Shinatsu. I'm assuming it's the whole thing of like prejudice between like, no, men can't be with animal people and animal people can't be with women. How dare you? And then you got like the cat girl's mad because cat girls wants to be with the dog boy, but then like this guy right here likes her, and so they're gonna probably that whole thing of like prejudice, but probably the cat girl and the guy right here that's jealous will probably get together. I don't know. I'd definitely be checking it out, but it's borderline furry for me. Like this is like it's a little bit too far for me for the whole cat girl dog boy thing. Like I have my limits of like how far I go. This is kind of like on that borderline of like a little bit too furry. If it's got a good story, it doesn't matter either way though.
Yeah.
Like I watched Beastars. That's full on furry. Beastars is full on furry. Anyways, with you, are you gonna watch that one?
Maybe.
I know one that you're gonna watch, and you're gonna probably love it, and I have zero interest in whatsoever. This is one of those ones where I look at it and I go, "This, I could give, I could not care less." And Chris is gonna love it. It's your appraisal skills show, Chris. A gatherer's adventure in Isekai. Sozai Saizak Shuka no Isekai Ryokoke Takeru Kamishiro is an ordinary middle-aged salaryman who is chosen by God to be reincarnated into a fantasy world in the body of a handsome young man in his prime. Takeru sets out to learn more about the world while gathering rare and interesting materials along the way to sell for money, which can be used to gather even more materials ad infinitum. Adfitium? Studio is Tatsukonoko Productions Synergy SP. Source is a light novel. Duh. And genres are adventure. Nobody would draw this. Genres are adventure, comedy, fantasy, slice of life. The director worked on Osamatsu-san and Mr. Villain's Day Off. Are you tell me you're not just frothing at the mouth to watch this one?
Probably.
You're super excited for this one. I'm like, yay, mushroom picking. Cool. Did he how many mushrooms did he pick? That's a ton right there. Oh, look, he got an egg and it's gonna turn into a dragon. Oh, yeah. He just found an egg and it turns into an OP dragon. Mm-hmm. Of course. And he found an elf waifu he's gonna feed mushrooms to. Yeah, bam. She's hungry. Got an elf waifu right there. All I gotta do is give her some eggs. He cooked some eggs, right? Wasn't the dragon though.
He did get a piece of octopus.
Found a lobster apparently, or a crab or something. Probably appraisal the ground and found a crab in it that he can.
And then he's gonna go down and he's gonna get another dragon.
You gotta. How do you find the? Anyways, I don't care. Yawn. I'll probably give it a shot like everything, but I'm not expecting to like that one. Let's move on to A Star Brighter Than the Sun. Tayo Yori mo Mabushi Hoshi. Sai and Koki have been friends since childhood. One fateful day at the end of middle school, she has a revelation. Koki has grown up. She realized one day, he's grown up. Now they're in high school, and she has another revelation. She has feelings for Koki. But Sai isn't the only girl who does. The question is, who does Koki have feelings for? This has got to be shoujo. The synopsis is legit. She has a childhood friend. One day she realized he's a man and that she likes him. And then she's wondering if other people like him. What a thrilling synopsis. My gosh, riveting. It's riveting. Hey, I might actually for once like a show like this because what did that synopsis say? They're childhood friends.
It said that she had another revelation.
She's a childhood friend of
but
his.
it's slightly out of bounds of things that she can speak on.
She had a revelation. He has a wee-wee. She discovered the anatomy of a dude. He bumped into me, and I realized he has different parts down there. We had sex ed class, and I discovered what you do with a banana and this other thing. Anyways, the star's brighter than you. I probably will actually watch this. It looks like it could be cute, but it all depends on. I think the only problem that I really have with shows like this is when it gets too caught up in the long stares and glitters. I think that's usually the only hanging point that I usually have with this stuff.
It looks like it's got plenty of glitter, so
yeah. But it could have something here. It depends on what their relationship is and what they can kind of do with it.
The only thing that I love shoujos. My biggest problem with shoujos is they have a bad habit of making drama where drama shouldn't be.
Yep.
And that's always been my problem.
Push it too much, melodrama-ish type of stuff.
And 99% of it is all they have to do is talk.
Open your mouth. Speak words, lady. Speak words, lady. Anyways, Studio Kai is working on it, manga. Hey, the creator, I forgot this part. Chris, you're going to watch this. I'm sorry, everybody watching this, you're all going, I know you're all saying this right now. I know. Just forgot. The creator of this one. Little show that Chris really liked, and now that I think about it, I'm probably not going to watch this show now. Now that I remember this, I am not watching this show. Creator of My Love Story. I am not watching this show. I do not hate My Love Story. I think it was cute, and I actually liked quite a bit of it. It's just like later on, it did exactly what I feel like this could do, and it's too much staring and not enough story progression. My Love Story, after a while, I was tired of it. Didn't it go 2 cours?
I don't think it did.
I want to say it went 2 cours. My Love Story was a cute one. I did like their chemistry, especially. The big chunky dude and the little girl. It's just super adorable. But again, with that one, yeah, it was 2 core. Again, with that one, the big problem was that most of the story was him not believing that she actually likes him. And then from her perspective, her just trying to pile it on because she is just madly in love with him. And it just didn't feel... The most of the story and entertainment of My Love Story was the other dude. That was where most of the interesting stuff was from. And I feel like they'll probably do it with this one. They'll probably advance their relationship very quickly, and they're just going to sit there with it. Yeah, I'm still going to give this a shot. Don't get me wrong, because again, there's parts of My Love Story that I did like, but I don't think I'll probably continue watching it very long. The first hint I get of it spinning its wheels, out. Out.
That's how shoujos are. They are always spinning wheels.
Not always.
Yes, they are. They live in the spinning wheels.
Let's be honest, everything does it too. Everything other. Now, one that I am gonna watch.
Will they figure it out? Won't they figure it out? Will they figure it out? Won't they figure it out?
Like every rom-com. One I am excited for. That I am also going to wonder if this one will possibly also spin its wheels. Let's be honest. Mechanical Mary. Kikai Jikake no Mary. At last, she's complete. This is Mary, a robot maid. Mary, a former legendary martial artist, now conceals her identity as a human and starts working as a robot in the mansion of Arthur, heir to the conglomerate that despises humans. Her human identity must remain hidden, cause one slip up and she's dead. Her natural emotionless demeanor helps her maintain her robot disguise and flawlessly performs her duties. all while struggling to protect Arthur from assassins sent to take his life. She lives each day on the edge with her heart racing because Arthur is head over heels for Mary and her human identity is nearly exposed. A maid pretending to be a robot ex a young heir who hates humans. Get ready for a heartwarming comedy that'll make you laugh and cry. What began as a lie between master and maid blooms into love neither of them saw coming.
You don't think this one will look good? This seems fun.
No, this is one of those ones where I'm kind of like, will this have like, okay, the punchline is that she's acting like a robot, and then he gets close to her and she's trying not to show emotions, and she gets doki doki, and then somebody shows up and she beats him up, and then he's alone with her again, and he gets close up to her and she gets doki doki, but she can't show it because she's supposed to be a robot, and that does it over and over again. But I know it's in my top most anticipated. This is one of my top 10. Okay. But it's like, I do acknowledge that I hope.
Let me guess.
Evolves
the killing the fly tipped it over the edge.
Tipped what over the edge?
The show.
Oh,
for reaching up and killing the fly out of the air.
No, it was the battery in the mouth.
The battery is what did it for you?
Yeah, because like he's like, oh, she needs to be recharged sometimes. He just shoves a AA battery in her mouth, and then she has to act like it actually works. And she's just sitting there with a battery in her mouth. Like, this is going to recharge her. No, what I'm curious about, if they'll actually end up having him discover that she is actually human. And then beyond that point, she just has to remain a robot to hide her identity. Or will this be one of those ones where it keeps her identity a secret for a long time, but he's actually in love with her because she's a robot? That's what I'm curious about. If they'll keep the idea, if this is going to be one of those ones where it has to keep that joke for a long time, or if they're actually going to have her come out and say, look, I'm human, and he struggles with it because he doesn't like humans, and thus she has to pretend to be a robot just for him to be comfortable around her. That's my curiosity. Because if he legit falls in love with a robot, like, what's to keep him from actually just pursuing her and it just going like really a dark direction?
Yeah, right.
Like, he just thinks there's no humans around and he's like very comfortable with the robot that's his possession. But I mean, he could. It's probably one of those things where he wouldn't touch her because he has respect for her as a robot and sees her as sort of a human. Like, he would respect the boundaries. It's probably one of those things. I want to watch the battery in her mouth again. I'm sorry, it's funny that he shoves a AA battery in her mouth. Always use AA, never use AAA. Not enough. There you go, okay. What if it's lithium? Is it lithium? You gotta make sure it's lithium. Anyway, are you excited for Mechanical Mary?
Yeah, I like that.
Good.
That one has a cool concept.
Oh, by the way, Studio Zero G and Liber, sources of manga, genres are action, comedy, romance, sci-fi. Director worked on Dog Days, Vivid Strike, and Fire Hunter. So there you go.
Killed the fly again.
All right, the dark history of the reincarnated Villainess is our next one. Ready for another Villainess story? She gets hit by a truck, this one. This one's getting a truck-kun. Tensai Akujo no Kuro Rekishi. Konoha Saito it has a dark history written throughout middle school, a fantasy adventure of love and magic about the Count's daughter, Konoha Magnolia, and the knights who love her. But when it looks like the dark history is going to be uncovered by her mother, Konoha panics and dies in a traffic accident. Wait. I don't know. I thought it was going to be a modern days person, but we're talking about the Villainess. I don't know. Opening her eyes, she finds that she's been reincarnated into the world of her own dark history as Iana Magnolia, the worst villainess of her own creation. Wait. Okay, so this is about, there's a villainous story. There's a story that this person has wrote, and at some point she dies.
It becomes her own villainess.
But it says that when it's the truth is being uncovered, she gets hit by a truck. Konohasata has a dark history written throughout middle school. She has a dark history written throughout middle school. She has a dark history. Throughout middle school, she was writing a fantasy adventure of love and magic about a count's daughter. But when it looks like the dark history about this uncovered, when people are discovering truth about her mother, she panics and gets in a car accident before she then goes into the story. That is a stupid synopsis, but I think I get what that's saying. I think I get what that's saying. She's writing a story, and now she's in her own story as a villainess. Yeah, got it. Studio Dane's working on it. And apparently they wrote the synopsis too, because Studio Dane is very hit and miss. What's the PV looking, Chris? Are you excited?
It looks all right.
It looks all right. It looks very Dean. Manga's a source. Genres are comedy, fantasy, romance. Series composition writer worked on Eden Zeros and Days. I think that's the second one. Director worked on Demon Girl Next Door and Psyche K.
I mean, it'll be kind of amusing to see how she deals with it. As the writer of her own story, she would know all the quirks to get around it.
She knows the shortcuts. She knows how to get out of the dangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think the idea of it potentially not being a finished story could lead into some fun ideas of like, yeah, I know who this person is, but I don't know where the story goes from here because I didn't write it yet. Okay, this is on Mal. She has a dark history. After all, she spent her teen years writing a self-indulgent fantasy romance fanfics like her dark history. So the story is called Dark History.
I'm thinking that's what the name of it is.
But since she's become its most despicable villainess, remembering every last detail is now a matter of life and death. So that's saying that she's become the villainess right there. Having avoided the first couple of death flags, she suddenly left in the dark when the mysterious stranger returns from Lily Kingdom, a character she doesn't recall writing in the original script. Although Yomi claims to be her ally, can Saito really trust a character she knows nothing about in such a dangerous... You think it's going to be another isekai? She's saying that suddenly a character that she never wrote is suddenly reappearing. I wonder if that's going to be another isekai. Yomi's the dark-haired dude. I don't know, that's kind of an interesting twist to it. The idea that there's a character that she didn't write in that moment suddenly appearing to be an ally. I wonder if it'll be another isekai. Anyways, you excited?
Sure. I like villainous stories, so
yeah.
Good work.
Yeah. You got is that the second one at this point? We had the I Want to Punch Everybody show, and now we got that one. All right, time for a potential slob mangaka story. Slob mangaka story. A mangaka's weirdly wonderful workplace. Egao no Tanai Shokuba desu. New shoujo manga artist Nana Futami works hard every day while being supported by Kaede Sato. Her female editor, who's older than her, and Mizuki Hazama, her assistant. According to the girl herself, she sometimes drums up intense daydream delusions of occupational illness, a working girls comedy set in the entertainment industry, brought to you by an author who always draws various girls. Studio is Voil. Studio is Voil. Sources of manga genres are comedy, slice of life. The original creator is the creator of Inugami-san and Nekoyama-san. So, I don't think there's one that I actually finished. I'll definitely check this one out. I will admit that I don't typically like. It's usually these types of shows, the mangaka shows, are like very hit and miss for me. But I'll definitely give it a shot. We love our fail mangaka characters. especially when they're females. Fail girls.
I don't know. Maybe. What? I might check out the first episode. I mean, the characters look fun, but
You excited for that riveting experience of meeting deadlines over and over again?
no, not really.
It's like you always hear the horror stories of mangakas and how, like, you know, their work schedules and meeting deadlines and the pressures of society. And it's like, now watch us. Now watch us. Look at a story about us being miserable. And they're probably going to have, like, every different type of mangaka, kind of like Comics Girl, whatever that show was called. Each one of them is, there's a shoujo. I'm guessing the Mask Girl's probably the one that's probably a popular shonen mangaka. Yeah, this is a shonen mangaka, huh? I bet.
You think so?
Yeah. This is probably the smut one. She's the smut one. She probably draws smut. Or do you think the Twin Tail Girl is going to be the smut one? Is it Twin Girl? Yeah, there she is.
I was going with the Mask.
Is she going to be the smut one? I don't know. I still think that's going to be the Shoujin. It could be the Mask Girl because, you know, covering up the identity thing with the mask.
The one pulling out the hair, that I think that was your shonen.
Yeah, I can see that. Anyways.
It has no life in her left. She just goes, finally.
I would assume that's probably going to be the editor because she's in the middle of the picture and she got the phone. I think the one pulling the hair is probably going to be her editor. So she's there to get the deadline met. Anyways, mangaka's weirdly wonderful workplace. All right, time for some apocalypse girls. Are you ready for some cute girls doing cute things after everybody's dead? I'm actually pretty excited for this one. I didn't think this was going to be a fall show, so it was kind of a surprise to me. Touring after the apocalypse, or Sumatsu touring. All alone after the end of days, two girls bike through the empty ruins of Japan, and they're not able to let the collapse of civilization get in the way of sightseeing. Even when the world ends, their journey goes on. Studio is Nexus. Genres are, or the source is manga. Genres are adventure, slice of life, and sci-fi. Director worked on Comics Girl. Speaking of Comics Girl, did some episode directorial work for Mushoku Tensei and ReZero. Series composition writer worked on Your Forma and Shangri-La Frontier. Again, I've talked about this guy like 4 times at this point. Yeah. Excited for another. What's like this?
I think this is the one that we were super excited about a while back. We kind of got stuck with the train one, but this one is the one that I was really kind of excited about, if I remember right.
Yeah, I mean, the train to the end of the world is kind of like the civilization's still there, but it is kind of like post-apocalyptic kind of feel to it. We had the Tank Girls, the Girls Last Tour.
Yeah.
I mean, Heavenly Delusions kind of has a feel of like society crumbled, traveling around. But I always like the idea of looking at society after things have kind of fallen apart or is completely gone. This kind of almost gives you a little bit of a feel of I get for some reason a non-Biori kind of feel to it. You get like a Renge looking girl. But I always like discovering beauty in the collapse, that kind of stuff. Hoping that this will have. I'm hoping it's going to be clever with it. We also had Apocalypse Hotel here recently. Technically, yeah. It's an apocalyptic year overall. But yeah, I'm hoping it at least has some good kind of discoveries that they find. Some fun takes and everything. So I have it at my top most anticipated. I'm hoping that it turns out well. But we'll see. Hopefully not too much CGI bike moments. It doesn't look too bad. It's got definitely a very bright contrast to the show, though. That's about the only thing that's kind of a little offsetting to me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Are you, Chris?
Yeah, I just said that.
Thumbs up?
I'm excited about it.
That's right. You said that you were not into Train, but this was the one that you wanted. You wanted this one, not Train.
If I remember right, I think that they were both announced at the same time, but this was the one that I was excited about.
He hates trains. But I know what he does like. He likes touching Kotasashi. He likes touching Kotasashi.
Of course.
Don't touch Kotasashi, or sawaranai Kotasashi-kun. Kotasashi Kyokyo possesses outstanding skill as a masseur. He aspires to become a sports doctor and wants to get a scholarship. Starting spring, he attends this high school attached to Seiwa Academy, or University, Seiwa University, a sports powerhouse. Since his family is not wealthy, he has to work as a hostel manager, where he also is allowed to stay to pay for his school expenses. There, he encounters high school girl athletes with various problems. Kotasashi's job is to take care of them physically and mentally and be the hostel manager. But Sawaranade Kotasashi studio is Quad. Sources of manga. Genres are comedy, romance, sport, psychological, horror, romance, mahou shoujo. Oh yeah, and ecchi. I'm joking. It's just comedy and romance, ecchi.
Seeing where this one was going.
Sawaranade, Chris. I like how legit in this PV it just keeps saying that over and over again. Sawaranade. And they all want him to actually touch them.
Yeah.
Director worked on Sister New Devil. So they're very familiar with directing people to touch, to not Sawaranade. And Heaven Lost Property, they also worked on that, and Haganai. Yeah, I think this is a anime festa type of show. I think Ocean Vale's already picked it up, so it's going to be that show of the season. You know what you're getting into. If you go to watch this show and you're offended by the fact that he's going to literally be, touching them up and they're going to be moaning a lot, you're dumb. It's legit on the box. It's going to be a guy massaging girls and them making loud noises. And I'm assuming probably having a little bit into their story about maybe stuff they're struggling with, but who cares? I'm guessing you have like the tsundere that doesn't want to get touched, but then takes it. You have the
gets addicted.
Yeah, I'm thinking the blonde is super tsundere, violent tsundere. I'm guessing the is the pink hair girl? Yeah, the pink hair girl is probably gonna be the one that acts like she's brave and wants him to touch her, but when he actually touches her, that's when she freaks out. The long-haired one, brown hair with the red highlight underneath it, I'm guessing she's gonna be like the beard come and get me kind of girl. And then you have the quiet girl. You have the quiet girl, obviously, the super quiet one. Yeah, that's happening. I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it. Unashamed, I'll be watching it. It's looks fun. Looks fun. Don't touch Kotasashi. Are you excited for some touching of Kotasashi?
Yes.
Yes. Well, do you like Among Us?
No.
Okay.
I've never played it.
Do you like They Were 11? Did you ever watch They Were 11?
I don't think so.
Well, Nausea is coming, Chris, so be excited.
I watched the Flower Bloom one, which is pretty much the same thing.
The Flower Bloom one.
Yeah, a few years ago we were watching there was one that had the 11 combatants, random places. They all came together and they were trying to solve who was the one that was
the mole.
The mole, basically. It was the one. It was named after a flower. I can't remember the name of the flower.
Nausea, though. We're talking about nausea, though. Nausea. I'm thinking nausea. The nausea lie. Pretending to be human, they'll get close, trick, deceive, and even eliminate one victim at a time. The crew of the drifting spaceship facing off against a mysterious and deadly threat known as nausea, and having no idea who amongst them is the enemy, formulate a desperate plan to survive. The most suspicious amongst them will be put into cold sleep one by one in an effort to rid the ship of nausea. You did not freeze this. You did not freeze the what's the term they use? Gosh dang it, Among Us. Whenever they kick somebody out, it says the imposter. You did not freeze the imposter. That's the message that comes up at the end of every season whenever they're trying to figure out who's the knows ya. You did not freeze the imposter. Anyways, studio is Demerica. Source is a video game. Apparently, the video game has a very high ratings. Drama, mystery, sci-fi. Director worked on Romantic Killer and Tolkien Rambu. Series composition writer worked on Medalist and Dangers of My Heart. What are you thinking, Chris? What are you thinking about Among Us, the animation?
No.
No? You don't like it?
I'm not interested in it.
This is up there for me. I like the designs. I don't like some of the use of CGI, but I think it's got some great character designs. But yeah, I've never played Among Us. I've watched a couple sessions of people playing it. It just feels like a fun every now and then for some content creators to kind of go against each other. But I really liked They Were 11. I thought it was a really cool story. I mean, there's been a couple other ones that I've enjoyed since then that have been like very who's the mole type of stories. But this one feels more like They Were 11. I was already on board with it based on the story concept and the designs of the character, and then I found out the video game is actually very highly rated, and that kind of popped up my hope for it even more so. So I'm actually very much so hopeful that this will be a good one to check out. Hopefully it'll be like the big surprise of the season. Probably be a fun one to talk about on a weekly basis. I didn't think about that. Since it's very, very mystery who is the mole, this will probably be a really fun one to actually cover on a weekly basis. The only holdup is if they keep the same who is the mole as the video game, they're gonna have a lot of people shut up about that. if they don't change who the actual mole is, people that play the video game will probably be in the comment, it's that character, that's the one. Unless it's gonna be one of those cases where it's not really, it could possibly not be as like clear cut as this is the one. It could be multiple people. It could be the main character. That kind of story. It could be it's the main character kind of story where they just forgot they are the mole. And they're afraid of the mole when they're the actual one. I'm on board, though. I'm on board. Nausea. All right, time for our Western adaptation.
Mice is doing the music. Oh, Teddy Lloyd, too.
Teddy Lloyd. Hell yeah. Time for our Crunchyroll's Western adaptation of the season. Let's Play! Samara, or Sam, Young is a developer in Los Angeles who's about to achieve her dreams with her first video game, Ruminate. That is, until a popular streamer gives the game a scathing review. Even worse, Sam finds out the troublesome critic is now her new neighbor. Of the entire Los Angeles area and all the apartments and all the buildings, he becomes her neighbor? What are the odds? Get lost in a comedic, romantic, and all too real story about gaming, memes, and social anxiety. Come for the plot, stay for the doggo. Oh my god, I cannot believe it has at the end of the story. Whoever writes these synopses, fire them all. What did I say? I said in my live stream, what did I say? It's like the you can pet the cat joke. You know how when people were making fun of like, oh, and you could actually pet the cat, and the game character is able to pet the cat, and then now every single one of these stupid game shows and announcement things, they all have to go, and guess what? You can pet the. It's like it's no longer funny. You killed the joke. That feels like that. Stay for the doggo. They actually put DOGGO. It makes me sick. Sorry. Anyways, it's OLM's a studio. Sources of webtoon comics, comedy, romance, slice of life. Studio's composition writer and director worked on Pokemon. I probably won't watch this. I I think it's supposed to be a Western writer that had their thing put into Webtoons, and then Crunchyroll is now producing it or something. I don't know. I haven't heard really anybody talk about it. I think somebody said it was okay.
I don't think I have a lot of interest in it.
I just don't like the style of it. A lot of the style I'm like. Anyways, it could be a fun story. I'm not completely poo-pooing it. All right, Alma, let's pop onto some robot Dotaru. We had a robot waifu, we had a robot maid, and now we have a robot Dotaru. Alma wants to be a family. Sojo gata heki wa kazoku ni naritai. A body that combines the appearance of an adorable young girl with the overwhelming combat efficiency, an AI with intelligence and decision-making skills that surpass human capabilities, the perfect autonomous robot. Alma was created by the overlooked young genius scientists Inji and Suzume, whose brilliance should have been recognized by the world. Alma calls Inji and Suzume father and mother, which leaves them completely flustered. Regardless, the three begin a life together as a family in order to nurture Alma's powerful AI and help her evolve into the ultimate robot. Alma's curiosity has no limits, as everything she sees and touches is new to her. Alma keeps Inji and Suzume on their toes with her unmatched learning capabilities and unstoppable energy as she explores the bigger world. A brand new kind of family comedy begins. I don't know why it has family comedy parentheses question mark exclamation point begins.
Looks like she's gonna get a couple of other friends too.
Yeah, I seen one of the robot girl. Or is it two robot girls?
I've seen at least two.
That's probably a human. There's probably one robot girl, and the other one's probably human.
No, there was two.
There's two robot girls?
Yes.
The redhead, or is another one?
It was a blonde.
Blonde. So multiple Dotarus. There's the orange one. I've seen that one. I think that's going to be a scientist. That's going to be a scientist.
With ringlets.
That's going to be a scientist. I bet she's going to be a scientist. That could be her body, though. Like, maybe she goes into that robot. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yep. It looks dorky. I think it could be a really good one. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on if the comedy's going to really work. I think it's probably just going to be a super cute one. This will probably just be like a super cute one.
This could be fun. For sure.
Raising My Dotaru, the AI, advanced AI powered machine. Well, speaking of cuteness, how about some plus size cuteness? We were talking about My Love Story earlier. Let's do the reverse. Chunk girls need love too. Plus size misadventures in love. Debu to love to ayamimashi to. This is the punishment for a fat, ugly girl like me falling in love with someone as beautiful as you. Yumiko had a mountain of complexes about herself. Then a terrible accident befalls her. Though somehow saved from the brink of death, Yumiko wakes up a completely different person. This is me? Is this going to be like the other one? What was that one where like she was super fat and then she got depressed for like a week and somehow comes out from underneath her sheets like super thin without any flab? Is it going to do that too, where she suddenly becomes cute? Anyways, this is me. I'm so cute. Those around her can't hide their surprise and wonderment at the 180-degree change, but Yumiko's new hyper-positive attitude starts to change her surroundings too. Worries and complexes can affect anyone, and Yumiko will chop right through those of her various supporting characters. In love, work, friendship, and an attempted murder case, this frenzied romantic comedy will leave you bubbling with energy. So you're getting a hint that what happens is is she always been fat and then suddenly she just becomes cute fat?
I'm guessing.
Or
they keep showing some scratchy face type people, so I don't know.
Or is she like... Is she actually thin, but she thinks she's fat?
Should be one coming up here in a second.
Scratchy faces?
Yeah. Not a lot of sharp hair type stuff.
I guess the big question mark's going to be is like, what is the twist to it? Is it that interesting? And apparently she's going to be turning into a damn detective out of nowhere.
There it is.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm assuming. That was probably her before she had the accident. And maybe after the accident, she suddenly gets blonde hair and is more attractive for some reason as a chunk. But it could just be an aspect of just self-confidence, too.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, that was like the whole idea of like, kiss him, not me, and that kind of stuff. It's like that whole thing of like, they don't want the attention, but people giving them to them. Or again, like the My Love story, I'm not lovable, but yet there's somebody that actually loves me. I don't know. Plus, I have misadventures. Ninjas versus Goku doll. Ninjas versus Goku doll. This one is, since before the dawn of memory, one thing has defined human history: the war between ninjas and yakuza. This course, and mainly manga, this course and manly manga follows two members of the warring tribes who fill the gutters of modern Tokyo with blood to determine which elemental force will reign supreme. Studio's Dean. So that's two Deans. Manga is the source. Action drama is the genres, and director worked on Fairy Tail and Naruto. Series composition writer worked on Summer Pockets and Under Ninjas. That's two for that one, I think, too. Cool, Chris. No. Are you ready for some Gakudos versus ninjas?
Nah.
I'm sorry, Yakuzas versus some ninjas?
Nope.
I mean, is this a... I mean, obviously they're going to get into like some crazy like super power level stuff here, but it's like two ninjas losing to Yakuza? I don't get it. I guess ninjas can have guns too, but I mean, I'm assuming the Yakuza has strength and guns, whereas ninjas are agile and blades. I don't get how ninjas lose to Yakuza. I apologize to all the Yakuza out there. I just don't get how ninjas lose to Yakuzas. Is that like a question like, 100 men versus a gorilla? Like, let's figure it out. Who would actually win? You, Chris? I mean, which one of you... If you had a ninja and a Yakuza are in the same building, who would you think is going to win?
Clearly the Yakuza.
Explain yourself and why you're so stupid. I'm just... You have to explain to me why you're so stupid. Because we obviously disagree. Anyways, that's Ninjas versus Gaga. I don't... We'll see. That's
Ninjas are wimps and they hide in the shadows. Yakuza are like, come on, bring it.
The ninjas got the jump on him. That's the whole point.
Next, you're going to be asking me which wins, samurai or a ninja. Obviously, the samurai.
Now, there's an argument to be made there. Not Yakuza, though. Yakuzas are typically, like, just ruthless, but they're not, like... It doesn't mean they're skilled. I guess with ninjas, you have, like, a pre-established assumption about their skills.
You're stuck on the idea of Naruto with the daggum nine-tailed fox in him.
They're the worst ninjas. Those are the worst ninjas. Those are the worst ninjas. No, Chris. I'm thinking of Kunoichi Tsubaki ninjas. And those ones could kill you with cuteness and foreheads. Like these guys can kill you with foreheads. In Shabake, these two got some foreheads. They shaved most of their head anyways. The time is Edo. Ichitaro, the young master of Nagasakiya, one of the largest stores in Nihonbashi, has been in poor health since birth and is unable to go outside. Ichitaro is always protected by spirits such as Shiwasawa and Inugami, who serve him. One night, Ichitaro sneaks out when no one is looking and witnesses a murder. From that day on, bizarre murders have been occurring one after another in Edo. With the help of his spirits, the search for Ichitaro's culprit begins. So basically, like a bunch of like spirits encompassed items type story. Let's find the murderers. It sounds familiar to a show that we had like 2 or 3 years ago, or they had the different spirit possessed items, and they lent them out, and then they would come back and tell them a story about what happened at the house that they were at, or something like that. Sounds like that. Anyways, this will be a one that I would probably give a couple episodes, because it could be possibly a hidden gem of the season. But these are always kind of hit and miss for me, because at some point I got very fatigued of these types of stories. What are they called? The spirit possessed items.
I
always forget the name of them.
I keep going, and I know it's not it. It's something Gami.
I know it's Gami. That's the part I do have. Tsukumogami. Anyways, at some point we got like a whole bunch of them, and I kind of got fatigue on them. So we'll see. That's Shabake. What about Potions Will Save Me? Chris, Potions Will Save Me. I don't even know if this is actually like what the show's going to look like, or if they just do not have anything to show for it 3 weeks ago. It looks very, very animated.
It looks
storyboards. Potions Will Save Me. Potions Wagami wo Sukeru. Kaede, an ordinary high school girl, suddenly wakes up in an unfamiliar alleyway, only to realize she's been transported to a mysterious world inhabited by beastmen, elves, and dragons. Amongst her belongings, she discovers a strange book that wasn't there before. To her surprise, it allows her to create potions simply by championing the word create. Relying on these potions to survive, Kaede navigates the challenges of the fantastical world while clinging to hope that one day to return to Japan. Her journey of struggles and discovery in the otherworldly realm is just beginning. Exciting. Studio is Imagica Infos and Image Work Studio. Keep that in mind for the future. Sorry. Source of light novel. Genres are fantasy.
I mean, I don't mind giving it a try, but I don't think I'm going to watch it if it looks like that.
If that's legit how it looks, which I'm assuming, because it looks like there's too much work given to it for this to be promotional stuff. That has to be how it's actually going to look. Like, you have these times where they just show like character arts and they're like, oh, this is the VA for this character. This looks like they're actually trying to put animation to like live 2D type stuff. That's got to be how it's going to look. Yeah. No. No, thank you. All right, Chris, here's one that I'm extremely mixed on. That's SI-VIS, The Sound of Heroes, or SI-VIS, The Sound of Heroes. SI-VIS is a co-ed music group led by Yosuke, shaking up the global music scene with their unmatched vocals and performances. They are actually heroes in disguise. However, battling against the mysterious force threatening to destroy the world, they gather energy through live performances and convert audiences' energy into combat powers. The battles appear to be ordinary concerts to the public, but to their identity, their battles appear to be ordinary concerts to the public, so their identities remain a secret. Sorry, I don't know why I read that weird. So they're singing, getting powers from fans, and then fighting bad guys. Okay? Or source is original. Genres are music. And this is where I get confused. Because, like, truthful, synopsis, shrug, PB. I like the outfits and some of the designs, but shrug. Who's writing it? Fumiaki Maruto, the creator of Saikano, How to Raise a Boy and Girlfriend. I'm like, again, like the whole Beastars things is like, you're doing something new. I like it, but I don't know if that's going to make it suddenly sell or if this is just some big project to sell music CDs and character tracks. Because nothing in this excites me. The idea of a bunch of people... Does this PB even have fighting scenes in it?
No.
There's another one that has fighting scenes in it. It's just like CGI environments, really good-looking character designs, and then fighting CGI monsters. I'm going to watch it no matter what. And that's mainly around the idea that I want to see if there's like a hint in the story where I'm like, okay, he's going to do something interesting here. Because, again, it's similar to the whole Beastar thing. When I think of Fumiaki Maruto and their work on Saikano, How to Raise a Boy and Girlfriend, what was great in that show, I don't see being in this, with them punching big monsters and singing on stage. But we'll see. We'll see. They also technically wrote Classroom Crisis, and that got a little bit more into this realm with some action and whatnot. I kept meaning to rewatch the Classroom Crisis because I wanted to like that one. I don't think I may have given it a fair shot, but I don't know. I want this to be good, but I don't think it will. I do love the designs, though. I really love the designs. Like what they have on this key art. I love this art. Anyways, but that doesn't tell a compelling story, Andrew. Key arts doesn't tell compelling stories. Right. Let's see what else we have here. We have that show Style of Hiroshi Nohara's Lunch. It's a foodie show, Chris. You like foodie shows?
No.
I've actually heard this is a really popular manga. I might have heard wrong, but I think somebody said this was like a very popular manga. Studios DLE, source of manga, comedy, slice of life. I have no synopsis. I think he just goes around and eats stuff.
It looks like it.
He got a lunchtime and he goes and eats stuff. And then, Monster Strike, that's getting an anime. I don't think the PV has anything in it. That's always a very promising sign when a PV for a show that is going to be out in 2 months when you release the trailer for it has nothing but text on it. But yeah, Monster Strike, Dead Verse
I'm going
Reloaded.
based on this PV. I'm not picking this one.
Yeah, I don't really like shows that's just nothing but text on the screen. I mean, I had that way too much when I was playing Honkai Star Rail. I don't need an anime like that.
Seems like you were having a problem with the orc evolving because you kept finding out day after day.
Yeah, dong dong, dong dong, remonster, dong dong, dong dong. I'd rather watch Potions Save Me. At least that one has stuff moving. Ganglion, that one doesn't even have a PV for that one. That one is set in early 2000s. The story of Ganglion follows the everyday adventures of Kenji Isobe, a professional henchman for the Ganglion Corporation, which plots world domination with evil schemes such as Operation Tokyo Cheddar. Oh, Cedar, sorry. Cheddar. Tokyo Cheddar. Tokyo Cedar Pollen. And Operation Mount Fuji Detonation. Kenji's workplace is a battlefield where every day he has to deal with workplace drama, unreasonable bosses, and crushing defeat at the hands of the hero, Hope Man. Studio's Math. Again, that's another concerning one where you're like literally a week out and we don't have a PV for this. Oh, there's one. They have a PV finally. When they released this PV 5 days ago. Okay, I was to say I thought it just region locked me out of nowhere. Studio is Math. Manga is the genre. Manga is the source. Genre is action. Director worked on Summertime Render and Komi-san Can't Communicate. So there's Hope Man. I always respect Hope Man. Hope Man's a very hard fighter. So it's basically the joke idea of the villain characters dealing with life after the battlefield, rough situations. We'll see. I definitely will check it out. Sometimes these things are very dependent on you actually having watched a lot of like Super Sentai stuff. So hopefully me as sort of a not insanely, into this type of genre will still get a lot of the humor of it. So I mean, like, I've watched a lot of Yatterman type of stuff and all the comedies that come from Yatterman, so I think I could still probably find some enjoyment in it. You on board?
Not particularly. I mean, I think that we've gotten to the point where we would pick up a lot of the humor, so
Mm-hmm.
if
Probably
it's a satire, you're gonna pick it up.
Yeah. Probably easily the most anticipated show for the next season. Like, putting aside my jokes about Vampires Chan, even though she is going to be super cute. This is probably the one that I think most people are probably the most excited for, which is the set of shorts, Tatsuki Fujimoto 17 to 26, which apparently is going to be an anthology series adapting 8 short works created by the mangaka Tatsuki Fujimoto between ages 17 and 26. So it's like a series of them. There's like a couple of clucking chickens were kicking in the schoolyard. Sasaki stopped a bullet. Love is blind. Shikaku, Mermaid Rhapsody. Woke up as a girl syndrome. Nayuta of Prophecy. Sisters. So each one of those different short stories are going to get adapted by different studios. They have Zex's Slap and Track, Graph 77, Studio Kafka, Hunter Studio, and PA Works is all working on these projects. It looks nuts. He's obviously, for those who don't know, Tatsuki Fujimoto is the creator of Chainsaw Man and Look Back, so he's definitely got his own unique style and quirkiness. He's got a quirkiness to some of his stuff. What do you think, Chris?
Likely, I don't know. Too much furikuri going on.
I think it's probably because there's like literally 8 different stories. I think that's probably what's throwing you off. Because like right here, that's the story of the 2 sisters that are into art. Then there's one story in here where it's about the guy and his sister's a demon. Then there's a story about an assassin girl. The weirdest one's probably the one about the guy and I think somebody else's sister or somebody who wears a chicken head. A couple of clucking chickens were still kicking in the schoolyard. That one's probably the weirdest one. But the rest of them are just to their stories. Like, again, there's the demon girl sister. I'm guessing they're going to have like some sort of conflict with some sort of demon lord guy. Some dude getting his head shut off by a shoddy. That was kind of unexpected in a PV. Yeah, the weirdest one's probably the chicken thing. And I think the demon one probably gets a little weird at some point. I'm super excited for this one. I think it's going to be... I mean, that's just kind of the... Fujimoto himself is just a very kind of outside-the-box type of creator. And so I'm kind of hoping that kind of come across these little stories. And there's, I guess, value to them. There could be an element here where, like, some of these stories, he might have had a good idea there, but he doesn't really expect it to ever be adapted. And then suddenly they're like, hey, we need to adapt everything that you've ever touched. And it's like, no, dude, I wasn't really that happy with that story. It got published, but I don't like that story that much. So there might be some stuff in there where it's like, yeah, maybe he might look back and think, I would probably like change that a little bit. It wasn't that creative. But my hope is that, like, with each one of these studios and different directors that are working on these, hopefully they bring something creative across. That'll be interesting. We'll see, though. It's definitely up there for my most anticipated, though. If anything, we will get a sister toothbrush scene.
It looks like it.
Get a Monogatari series toothbrush scene. Let's see. Star Wars Visions is coming back for its 3rd volume. I don't think we have a trailer for it, but that one's... I think Star Wars Visions, the second one, I think was like more Western studios, and I think for 3 they went back to anime studios again. Because, yeah, 1 through 9 volumes of that one. For those that don't know, Star Wars Visions is typically where they give, like, free reign to, like, different studios to create a story based in the Star Wars universe. And with Star Wars Visions Volume 1, if I remember correctly, it was all Japanese studios. Like, just different Japanese studios. Each one of them made their own story in the Star Wars universe. And again, I think for the second one, a lot of it was more Western studios. But for Volume 3, now we're back to, again, we have... Kinema Citrus, Production IG, Trigger is working on one, Wit Studio, Polygon Pictures, David Productions, Project Studio Q. So, I didn't watch the first one. I heard that there was a couple stories in there that were really good, but I never did touch it because I was like, oh yeah, one story's good. I don't think I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan. But that's there. So, check that out if you're a Star Wars fan. Obviously, it will be on Disney+. And the last one we have in the new series, which just got recently announced, I think, is Japan, the Land of Cats in the year 2200. Or 2200 Nen Neko no Kuni Nippon.
Is this after the Night of the Living Cats?
It could be.
Gotcha.
Takes place in the year 2200, where Japan has become a land of cats as the human population birth rate has declined. In the future world, cats can talk, learn, and work. The story follows a high school girl and her augmented cat. Or argumentative cat. Augmented. So yeah, that kind of answered your question there.
So does that mean that America
No,
is
Night
the
of the
land
Living
dogs?
Cat, they touch the cats and then they turn into cats. With this one, men stop banging.
Gotcha. So then would the land of dogs be the Americas?
Could be. This is really only saying, well, it says the human population. Japan has become a land of cats because of human population. It doesn't necessarily say outside of Japan. So, I mean, yeah, technically the U.S. could be dogs, and then, I don't know, France could be bears. No, Canada would be bears, huh?
No, that'd be a part of America.
Oh.
Now Australia would be either kangaroos
Dangos.
or kangaroos.
Dangos.
No, kangaroos.
Dangos.
Kangaroos
Dangos.
or drop bears.
Dangos.
No.
Dude, they've already stole the babies. So they're going to easily take over.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's hopefully that one's good. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think the Annie had a trailer. That's not a trailer. Yeah, no trailer. That's always promising when you're that far out and you don't have a trailer. Anyways, that's it for the new shows. For the returning shows, Chris.
Okay.
Be excited.
I'm ready.
This is, I know, one that you are very near and dear to your heart. One Punch Man's coming back. Season 3.
I'm going to have to go back and watch all of them just so that I can remember what the heck is going on.
It's not it's not much to remember. You have the guy that's not wanting to be bothered, but he gets joined the heroes group, and then bad people show up and he punches them. No, I think the biggest concern this one has is, like, with this trailer, this is like 2 weeks out. And it just doesn't look like it's... I don't think, no matter what happens, I don't think people will be happy with the quality, but... There's a lot of concerns about if this is going to even be moving at all, but we'll see. I've kind of made my opinion on this be known several times, but I think that it's going to be probably... It's probably the production group doesn't really care too much for it to be an animated format, to be like some incredible animation piece. So they probably just want to give them enough time to at least put together something that decently moves, and just don't expect it to be an incredible animation piece. I think the team is working as hard as they can for what they're given, but there's only so much you can do with the production team not really caring. Anyways, that's One Punch Man Season 3. I'll be checking it out, but again, expectations set low. We also have Spy Fam Season 3, Chris. You ready for more Anya? More Anyas coming back. Got the team of Witch Studio and Cloverworks again working side by side with it.
Are you finally giving up on this show?
No, I'll watch it. I'm just not going to expect anything. I've heard that supposedly the best storyline is this point. This is the good point. This is the good stuff. So I'll go in there expecting that.
So basically, we have to wait, get through 24 episodes
good
to get it
after 3 seasons,
Gotcha.
Chris, and 1 movie. Well, I think the movie was original, so 2 seasons, it gets good, somewhere around there. It was like a child soldier. That's definitely a sign that's gonna be a good story. If you involve child soldiers, it's definitely gonna be an interesting story, right? Anyways, I'm if anything, at least I'll get more Anya's shock faces and that, and her friend at school. She's like the best. Her friend that's thirsty for Lloyd. And My Hero Academia is coming back for its final season, Chris. Are you ready for the final season?
I don't know. Do I need to go back and watch everything?
No, just don't. Just don't.
Looks like Deku has a new power.
He's got lots. I'm just at this point, I'm wanting it to end. I have very little investment in the show anymore. I'm here because I've invested this much time into it. I might as well finish it. That's the only reason I'm watching it anymore. I'm so tired of Deku wants to hug big bad villain guy because he's hurting inside or something like that. It's like, just hug him already and let's finish it. I just completely just read that side right there and I'm like, what in the hell is in the title? Okay, I get it. Pornography. I just read pornography and I'm like, what is on my screen right now? That is on the official channel. Okay, that's not that. Okay. Boku no Hero. The title is for the group for this song. It's the Revo by Pornography. So that's what I've seen.
Oh.
Anyways, I wanted to clarify it for the viewers. I don't have that on my. That's what it says. Anyways, yeah. I hope that one ends. Hopefully they never make any more sequels. Just finish it. But I am excited for this sequel, Chris. This is one that I am excited for the returning of, which is To Your Eternity. I would like To Be Hero X to come back, yes, but To Your Eternity, I'm excited to come back. Season 3, excited for this one. Beyond what I've actually read in the manga, this will be an interesting one to get into. I had a little bit of a rough point with To Be Hero. I want to keep on saying To Be Hero. To Your Eternity. There was a part that I was kind of a little bit off on with the second season, but it kind of kicked up for me some point later on in it, and so I'm excited to see this new arc. We're going to modern times looking area. Getting boba tea. He's getting introduced to boba tea before Kendra Suda shows up and touches him. Anyways, excited for that. Have you been watching it all? No. Isekai Quartet's coming back. This was recently announced. This was announced the day of, I think, of me posting my top 10 most anticipated shows. So I'm like, thank you for popping this up out of nowhere. Yeah, Isekai Quartet, definitely excited for that to come back. Again, being done by Studio Puyo Kai. Always do that. I think the only thing that I don't really like about this season is they now have I Am Atomic Guy.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And guess what? His only showing up in the PV right here is to do what, Chris? To do the I Am Atomic joke, because that's literally all he is I am atomic. Isn't that funny? I did the atomic thingy. Isn't it funny? I'm atomic. I like the shot with Byako jumping into Subaru's arms. Subaru! Anyways, super excited for that. Isekai Quartet's got some really funny bits in it, so I'm excited to see more of it.
Just throw them all together. I just love it. They're throwing them together.
They
I just love
so need to get Rudius in this thing. With how close the creators are between, ReZero and Mushoku Tensei and Konosuba, it's like, I know why, but it's like, why is not Rudius and Party in this? You would think it would be like totally need to be happen. Especially with the seiyus being equally as kind of spread across the two as well. Anyways, that's I'm I mean, Rudius and Rudius and Subaru marriage thing going on. I mean, come on. The marriage between the Seiyus. He said Quartet, anyways. Undead Unluck's coming back for the winter arc. Undead Unluck Winter Hen.
Nice.
It's going to be a 1-hour special that adapts the winter arc scheduled broadcast later this year. So
we're just going to get a movie out of it?
Apparently, just a 1-hour movie is going to drop at some point as an ONA. Campfire Cooking in Another World's coming back, Chris. You excited for more, for a little cute slime and Eizong Gold Fefner?
I'm going to have to go and watch that whole thing.
Oh, you haven't watched the first season? Yeah, I will probably check this one out. I did like it, even though it's very foodie oriented. At least it looked good. So another one that I'm excited to return is Ranma 1/2. We got the return of Ranma 1/2 2024 edition. I hate they put the 2044 on there because now it's starting to it makes no sense. Season 2 of Ranma 1/2's new remake. I'm excited for it. Now that Shampoo's in the cast, hopefully we get some more Shampoo, Best Girl. But yeah, I've been liking the new adaptation. We also got the return of Let This Grieving Soul Retire, the return of Tino Thighs. Are you excited for Tino Thighs' return? I like the PV literally just has like rough sketches and stuff. Like this has me extremely confident that you're going to do a good job when you release. This is 6 months ago. I don't think they have another one. No, there's a new PV for this. I've seen a PV somewhere. It's this one right here, I think. Yeah, they have an actual PV. It gives me a feeling there might be focusing in on Tino more. We do have a bathhouse onsen type of segment, but it looks like it's going to be very Tino focused. Which, I mean, the most of the show is kind of in that. It looks like she's going to get the training mask put on. The training mask. I think that's the one that Tino had too, huh? Wasn't the one that got on Tino, not Tino, Liz? Wasn't that a balancing related one? That makes sense why she's off balance there. Anyways, I don't know. Truth be told, I don't know. Because I legit hated like the later segment of the first season. Like it was just so boring with like the adventurers and the dungeon and the cult and all that crap. I liked it when it was Tino, Liz, and all these goofballs. It does look like based at PV, they are going to bring in the tank dude and the mage girl. I'm assuming it's a mage girl. So they're bringing in the whole party now, and there's even the leader guy. So they brought the whole party in at this point. So hopefully that'll be more of the focus and not, again, cults and dungeons. We'll see.
It looks like fun either way.
Looks like fun. We got Gintama's coming back for Mr. Ginpachi's zany class. One of these days I'll watch Gintama. One of these days. Tale of Wedding Rings is coming back for the second season. Yay. Uma Musume Cinderella Grey Part 2 is coming out. Did you watch the first part last season? No. I'll be watching that one. I enjoyed Ogiri Cap. Not that the PV shows Ogiri Cap at any point, so I don't know. I didn't see her, so I don't even know if it's going to be following Ogiri Cap. Unless this is just to show off these new characters she's going to go up against. I don't know. Definitely watch that one. Then we have... Wow. I don't know. I think you watched this one, if I remember correctly. The Bed and Breakfast one. Kakuryou Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. Didn't you watch that?
I think I dropped it real fast.
It feels like a long time ago. I feel like that one's a long time ago.
No, I didn't watch it.
Prequel.
If I did watch it, I dropped it fast.
I watched 8 episodes of it. This was back in 2018, 7 years ago. Well, congrats to all the fans of that one that you finally got your sequel after freaking 7 years. Holy crap. Yeah, this was the key art for it. I remember this one.
I remember us talking about it, but no, I don't remember watching it.
Bed and breakfast. Anyways. Blue Orchestra is coming back. The second season of that one. That was unfortunately one that it was one of those ones where I was enjoying it, but then I got super sidetracked and never got back to it. And kind of regret it, but it is what it is. Kingdom 6th season is coming out as well. So the 6th season of Kingdom. So there you go. Kageboken Survival is getting a 2nd season as well, which I don't think either of us watched that one. Record of Ragnarok is coming out with its 3rd season, so one of these days I'll finally get caught up on that series. I missed the 2nd season. And then we have, for shorts, we have the return of Hyakushou Kizoku, 3rd season of that. We get Forget That Night, Your Majesty. Do I have a trailer for that one? Forget That Night, Your Majesty. Looks like another animated still show. Are we gonna start doing this? Are we gonna start getting more shows that are animated like 2.D type of stuff? Not 2.D. What's it called?
2.5.
I think it's 2.5. Yeah.
I see those every once in a while or I used to see those all the time when I would look up those for PVs when I was helping you build the things. Usually when I couldn't find the actual PV, I'd end up just putting those on there. They're almost like
yeah, I know in some
not
cases
necessarily
for
teaser, but they're kind of like
early concept.
Yeah.
But they usually don't have this much motion to them. Yeah, definitely a lot of the manga PVs will do this, especially. But for specifically the anime itself, they don't put this much work into them. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see when it finally comes out, if it's still that. No, because it's the same. Isn't that the same studio? Imagica Infos and ImagineWorks Studio? That was that same one as the Potion, huh? I think we just found out our studio's a problem. We found our problem studio. Yep, same studios. Same exact 2 studios. So maybe this might be a collab work. They're going to do both of those at the same time. That could probably be it. Anyways, in our last...
that other one's probably a short.
Yeah, they're probably both shorts. Yeah, I can see that. And then finally, we have our last... I think it's a short, too. It could possibly be the 5th season of Chofutsu Maho Shoujo Asumi Trollverse. So, the 5th season of Chofutsu series. Being done by Super Normal Studio. A totally normal studio. Super normal studio. I like that. That's the most sus studio ever. We're a perfectly normal studio, and then inside everybody's screaming and bloody murder because they're suffering. We're super normal. Anyways, that's that. And then for the continuing series that will be going on from the summer season to the fall season, we have Gacha will be running for 24 episodes. Togen Anki will be running for 24 episodes. Solo Camping for 2 is running for 24 episodes. And Watari-kun's Bleep is about to collapse. Apparently, is going 2 cours. That was like a late, I don't know where. Oh, by the way, Watari-kun's going to be going another season. Cool. Didn't know that was coming. Which is a good thing because I'm completely behind on that show and I don't think I can finish it by the end of the season. But anyways.
Were you enjoying it?
The 7 or 8 episodes I watched so far, yeah. It's been good. So if it goes downhill from there, I don't know at this point. It could turn total garbage out at this point. Anyways, yeah, that's it. That is the coming fall 2025 anime season. I would ask you any standouts, but as usual, I didn't see you write anything down, so I'm assuming you don't even know.
No.
Half the stuff that we went through, I doubt you even remember at this point. I do have a top most anticipated. I will once again reiterate that despite it not being in my list, I do have a hope for my friend's little sister has it in for me because of the fact that The Days My Stepsister writer is working on it. But I don't want to get my hopes up because it feels like they might be 2 possibly completely different types of stories. But yeah, Tatsuki Fujimoto is definitely up there as like one of my most anticipated. Vampire Chans Can't Suck Properly. Mm-hmm. Super excited for that one. Dusk, the End of the World, or Beyond the End of the World, the PA Works original. I hope that writer has something really interesting there and kind of tell there, which based on my recent interview that I kind of went into reading into, it feels like this is kind of like I've always liked the concept that they're really kind of experimental with their creators and letting them kind of write their own things, create their own worlds, flesh it out, everything like that. So hopefully that vision comes across and it's got some interesting story to tell, which is honestly very different than what they've kind of been doing a lot lately, which has been mostly kind of workplace type of stuff. Adult in the workplace environment type stuff, Aquatope and all that kind of stuff, Sakura Quest. SANDA again, Beastars creator, hope it does well. Monster Wants to Eat Me, I'm cautiously anticipating that one. as brutal as it sounds, I hope it's not forgiving. I hope it's a very brutal story. That's the stuff I'm into. The horror and psychological tags got me. Give it to me. I'll take it. Nausea, definitely interested in that one. Chitose and the Ramune bottle, we'll see. Touring Across the Apocalypse, I'm definitely excited for as well. And my last one I had on my list was the Inexpressive Kashiwada and Expressive Oota. My Ahead and Son's Daughter show.
Yeah.
Ahead and Son's Daughter show. Yeah, that's mine. I'll give you all mine. But yeah. What do you think, Chris? Think it'll be how are you doing on summer so far? Because we got that. Our next podcast will be summer reviews.
I'm a little bit behind, but for the most part, I just got the shows that I was watching and just kind of stuck with them. The only thing that I've really added was Nokitashi or whatever it is.
And Takapi, yeah, gotcha.
Yes, I gotta do Tagapi.
It's only like, it was a 6 episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's what you said, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's a short one. It won't be too much investment for you. It's just you gotta be you gotta be in the right mood for it. There's the other problem. You gotta be you just, if you have a random moment where like something caught your funny bone, like you heard a joke that just for some reason just hit you right. You stop what you're doing, you go watch Takapi. You gotta, like, right after having a really good laugh about something really stupid, like say you walk in the house and your dog like got super excited and started charging toward you, but then they lost like their step and they just like slid on the ground and then jumped back up like a dorky dog and it starts barking all goofy and you're like, it just kicked you, you'd start laughing. Turn on Takapi's version. Watch out, dog! I gotta turn on the TV. Gotta turn on Takapi's version summer now. Anyways, I like I said earlier, I'm super happy with how calm next season looks. Hopefully it'll give me kind of a breather. I'm hoping to kind of get into some much needed like projects that I have. Like I want to do like a video on my thoughts on Isekai and where they're kind of going with that stuff. So hopefully I can get something like that done. Hopefully some top 10 lists that I've been wanting to do for a while now I can kind of tackle. But hopefully it turns out to be a good resting period before winter. Because winter is when we're getting into, like, we're not going to get full list in here, but we got, like, Freren's coming back and a bunch of other ones that are big heavy hitters. So anyways, that's it. That's the the fall 2025 anime season preview. We hope you guys found this list insightful. All the info here that you can kind of dive into, choose what shows you're going to be picking up, and hopefully it helped you guys out navigating the coming season. But yeah, with that said, are you have anything else to say, Chris, before we sign off for the next couple weeks? We won't have as much break between podcasts next time because we're late on this one. Yeah. But we'll be back for our reviews and maybe some news or something like that. But anyways, we thank you guys for watching. Again, we're at talkspirit.com. It's where all of our links are. Social media links, ways to get a hold of us, ways to support us, all that stuff. We greatly appreciate it. Support channel. But until next time, y'all take care.
Os.